So here we are, back in the warehouse. Mere matter of seconds after you've slain the intellect Zarkul and Sylph with Vex disappearing into or out of the back of the warehouse over here, leaving a cloud of poisonous smog, which you have cleared.
Is that still up?
No, that was blown out of the door by a gust of wind, I believe.
The hero bows.
The hero bells.
Bows.
Oh, bows. Oh.
Oh, I did something.
Yeah, he hero bowsed. He farted a cloud of smog out. Let's not go into it too much. But yes, so the smoke cleared out. You called upon your conch to summon some beasts to help. You got reef sharks. You called upon your conch. So there's some reef sharks out there now as well. But yes, we are seconds after all this has happened. There was, which you hadn't seen, a fog cloud as well that had been at the front door. So not long after this all calms down and stuff goes on, you hear some movement out the front of some of the Red Hoods making their approach towards the front of the warehouse as well. So what would you like to do?
Saga is too busy approaching Sylph to loot him.
Yeah, so you had two bodies. Or three bodies, sorry. Roughly. Nice. So you're making your way over to Sylph. What are you doing? You want to try and loot him?
Yeah,
of course.
I'll loot Lilith.
Loot Goblin and Zaga over here.
Give me investigation checks.
You left something for me, so don't loot that, please.
Yes, you want to go and
find
look
it.
for that. Yeah.
So the other Red Hoods haven't come in yet, but they're just outside.
They haven't. They're making their way to the door. So if you want to go and intercept them at the front door, you can definitely go and do so.
I was just gonna use the sending stone to contact.
Cool. Yeah, do that.
And ask him if he's seen any of them leaving, because hopefully they saw Vex wanting to escape.
Yes. So you get response back that they are watching the front, that they couldn't come in and help because there was a fog cloud, a poisonous cloud that surrounded the front after they had seen you clear the illusion on the building, and that he was going to check in then on the rear squad to see if they'd picked up anything.
Okay. And then I will want to head over to Zarkul and I want to examine the body rather than loot it.
Nice.
Do I go
Seeing this,
medical or arcana?
Your choice: medical, arcana, or nature. If you believe to try and get some like biological. So it depends, I suppose, what you are looking for in the body. What are you looking for, loot?
Yeah. Seeing this, Art shouts over. Why are you playing with its mouth fingers?
I ignore Arta. Continue
Usually,
to examine. I guess I'll go for the biological.
Okay, so Sil, let's go around in order then. So Sylph, your investigation check, Zagar.
Oh yeah, investigation. Let's do this.
Fucking roll it, did you?
Come on,
Luke, just give it to me for free. What'd you say?
15.
15. On the body itself. So you notice one that Sylph appears to be an elf, but an elf of darker, much darker, or not darker skin tone, I suppose, like more pale to like purple. Not quite a Mind Flayer purple, but on the way between Von and Mind Flayer, somewhere in the middle. That this elf, this is an elf, like a shade
like
of
a
elf
sick
you've never
one,
seen
sort of.
before. Yeah, just like you're not sure whether they're like well, you're mainly looking for loot because you're a goblin. But yeah, just noticing as you're going through the pockets and looking in at the skin that is clearly definitely not a Mind Flayer. This is definitely an elf, but this is an elf of for you picking up. I mean, let's be honest. 1 in like 5 people you meet is a new personal race that you've never seen before. But this is definitely a different shade of elf that you've seen before. 50 Shades of Elf. And as you go through, you can see that he was definitely missing one arm. That the armor that has been played across. What did you get? 15.
Yeah.
You can see that there is one breastplate that is adorned with like a small sigil that matches the sigil that was on Feywin's amulet, if you'd seen that. So it has like a few littered tentacles kind of like adorned on the side. But other than that, seems like it's almost freshly pressed. It looks like that part of it has been put onto a breastplate. And this metal is incredibly dense, darker in colour, almost not quite obsidian black, but like a very, very dark graphite grey, opposed to the normal steel metal you've seen. But yeah, he has a single breastplate. Other than that, you notice that he doesn't have his magical arm is not there anymore. Now he's dead, and just has a short sword on him.
Anything fancy about the short sword?
Nothing overly fancy about the short sword, no.
I'll take the short sword and I will remove the breastplate.
Nice. So yeah, the breastplate, as you see, you can see it's a different type of metal, but probably not a metal that you've seen before. So yeah, you can examine that later or take it to someone who might know more to find out what's going on. But yeah, it looks like a fairly new, freshly set or freshly pressed breastplate only.
Cool.
I can't remember who said it was. Oh, you said you knew Lilith.
Yeah, 13.
On investigation.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Looks to have been in. She didn't have much on her. Like, came out in this incredibly strange-looking half tiefling, half mind flayer view. The tentacles are fully there, but you can see that the eyes, whilst they've now like lost colour, that one was the red that she had of tiefling eye before, and the other one is this more fiery orange. Full like 4 tentacles out the front, but still has the horns of a tiefling, still has the tail of a tiefling, and it's kind of her body. I think Lilith was red, but you can see where like she was almost in this half changed form. And seemed to have been almost like stripped down to like basic clothes. Didn't have any armor on. Has just like a normal set of like cargo pant type things, but didn't have anything else. That where she's come out from this room, she seems fairly fresh from transformation. You can see also across the body where the light clothes that she was wearing has been torn and cut up. Where wounds that have been are like half healed, so wounds that are from a previous fight. You fought her the day before, so she seems to have been. She was over. She hadn't fully healed from the fight before, or was. She definitely wasn't at full like armor capability when she come out of this room towards you guys. Doesn't have anything else on her that's of use on her.
Okay, I'll take a tentacle.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You. Calamari. Von.
So what I'm doing, nature.
Whatever whichever you're trying to discern into.
I was going for like the biological sort of thing, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16.
16. Not amazing, not terrible, but above. Give me 1 second. So this is you. You can see that through again. There was a bit of armament on Azarkal, but most of it was like dress clothes and lots of layers. The hands have only the like 3 fingers and the thumb, and they're all incredibly long, with these like dark like black nails that come out of them there. There are 4 tentacles on the front, open up to a mouth that does look very similar. The front part of that, if you just take the head alone and ignore the eyes, it would look very much like an octopus, completely devoid of hair. There is no hair on the creature in front of you at all. Those eyes are these like fiery orange that dulled slightly now that the fight's over, and other than that you can't really see anything on the front of the face that denotes like nose holes or ears or anything else, whether they're hidden somewhere that you can't see potentially. But as you look at this doesn't look like a humanoid form. The body's very slender and very long. The legs skinny, but you can see that there's some muscle in there, or even though this creature appeared to be levitating for the whole fight, they had some at least either levitation or flight capabilities. And obviously you know that the cranium itself is elongated and large, which would lead you to move more into that. Okay, that makes sense with them having psionic powers and telepathic powers. That this is an overdeveloped brain. This is a creature that has enhanced physical, psychic capabilities or intelligence. But other than that, the body looks humanoid in that it has 2 arms, 2 legs, and then it gets a bit weird towards the head, but looks to be a strong but slender and long. Probably at stretched out height, Zarkul is 6'5" to 7. But this being the only creature that you've seen in this, you're not sure if that's tall for its kind or small for its kind, but it does seem to be a slendered, strong, stretched out humanoid with 3 fingers and a thumb and tentacles for a mouth. Definitely feels to be not from this plane. As you're piecing it together, you've seen many, and you know of many different animal-based races, if that makes sense. Like the step ups from the cats and the tigers being the tabaxis, the step up from some of the monsters that are half amphibious. You've got then the bullywugs, which are the toad people. There's lots of iterations of animal, but this doesn't feel like the next step up of an octopus. That doesn't quite make sense. It doesn't even then make sense because they don't appear to be like even the skin. It's not like it's a wet, slimy skin. It's not akin to a water-based creature. So everything that you try and piece, if you were to do the diagram of what does this have characteristics of and what is it closest to, kind of comes out a blank. It appears to be.
Zaga will approach Bonbon and Zarkul, and he's going to say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I had an inkling before that, having seen the amulet, that, as crazy as it may sound, that this creature may well not been from this plane.
Wait, you're saying vampires aren't from this plane?
Zaga, I hate to disappoint you. This is not a vampire.
Of course it is. Look at the tentacles. That's the telltale sign of a vampire. Look at it. That's how it eats brains and sucks blood and shit.
Sucks blood and shit.
I think someone really needs to explain vampires to you, Zaga.
As you have this conversation as well, you hear like a very light cough, light sets of cough coming from the far end, and you realise definitely towards the back that there are sets of cages. You saw them when you came in as well. These sets of cages that are larger form cages to the ones you saw at the bottom of the Silent Dagger. Now the poison cloud is kind of cleared. You can hear that there are at least some barely breathing creatures coming from, or sounds of barely breathing creatures coming from the end of the warehouse.
Zaga ignores the sound and turns back to Bonbon and says, "Well, does the vampire have anything cool on it?"
I have not looked for loot. I'm examining the creature itself. I mean, this could be an important discovery. Like,
don't get anything in his pockets.
I'll let you have a quick look through the pockets if you want, Zaga, but just don't just destroy the body in any kind of way.
Zaga will definitely check the pockets.
Cool. Give me an investigation check.
Zaga loses his hand.
80.
There's nothing on him there. It's just robes. Not everyone runs around with all their riches attached to their sides, funnily enough.
It was worth a check.
Hey.
Zaga then looks over towards Otter, who has proudly claimed a tentacle off the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks back towards Zarkul with a knife in hand, like,
Zaga,
Wait, what?
please, this could be an important discovery for the druids. Like, just leave, grab a tentacle from
I'm gonna get one from you.
whatever that abomination is there.
You're not going to
Think
examine
that.
the other one? Like, they clearly made Lilith a vampire too.
Yes, but I'm not going to take my eyes off this one for now.
Zaggle will approach the cages now that he's checked the body.
Yeah, as you make your way towards the back cages, you can see there's 2 or 3 people in one of the cages pushed towards the back, and you can see that they are essentially on death's door. If you just look at them, their eyes streaming with water, they're just coughing very lightly. Their breath is super, super shallow, and you can see the skin has got kind of these kind of red boils and pieces on there across the front of their face as they're kind of cowered towards the back.
Hey, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? What happened here?
All you hear back from them is that.
Zaggle will unlock the cages.
Mm-hmm. So there's only one cage and it has these 3 individuals in. So yeah, give me a lockpick check. So your dex plus your proficiency.
As he's doing that, I kind of shout over to him. I'm like, "Is that a good idea?"
We'll find out. 11.
11 and 11's enough to do it. So yeah, you unlock the cage, open it up, and yeah, you can see these 3 individuals. One of them, it looks to be a younger female, quite small in stature for a humanoid half elf or so, and the other 2 are younger men.
Zaggle will leave the cage now that he's opened it. You know, if they want to leave, they can. And maybe if any of the Red Hoods come in, he'll ask them to take a look at them.
Yeah. So they are, as you come in, you open the cage and feet, you can see that as they look up towards you, even like just with passive, that their eyes are so bloodshot and just streaming. At the front of their face is you can see it's got like, it's almost like burn marks across it from you would assume from the poison that was kicked out in front of them there, where they are unable to talk. How far that has damaged down into their bodies, but they are in some need of some assistance for sure.
Faye wants to walk over to them.
Yep.
I think she was meandering around at that time. Can anybody help? Arto, have you got anything that, you know, your cleric abilities and always being the hero, is there anything you can do to help these poor people?
I'm only a hero in a fight. And also, I feel like my powers are waning. If there was 2 of them, then maybe, but because there's 3, it's not going to happen.
I just shout over. I can put them out their misery.
Faye glares at Otto. I don't think that a good berry's going to do enough here.
Zaga comes back over and sighs and says a healing word towards the female one.
Sim.
Fine. And then I cast Healing Word on the other 2.
Nice. So yeah, as you cast your healing incantations up, they get their breath back in these. You can see some of the boils and spores kind of heal slightly, but it's going to take them some time to get back to full fitness. But the major thing is their breath comes back. They stop being almost incapacitated due to not being able to get enough breath in to breathe enough and look up, kind of one eye to give a show of thanks. Even if I think you probably get like a 1 thumbs up from one of the guys as they take their time to settle themselves and just get their lungs full of breath.
Not just sees this and you just see the sort of greeny black sparkle at the end of his finger just die out. And he turns away.
Faye shakes her head. We should get these guys back to Viper. They might have more information. I don't think we're going to get much out of them here. They've obviously been through a lot.
I'll go and investigate that middle room.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can, I mean, you've got Sending Stone to call out to the Red Hoods if you want to call out to the guys that were stationed out front to get some of them in. But yeah, if you needed them to be gone. So you have 2 rooms that you know you have accessible in front of you. One which is the one that Lilith came out of, and the other one which is just a door that you've got in front of you.
Zaga will go check out the other one that Otto hasn't gone into.
Okay.
He will be wary of he'll be on the lookout for traps as he enters the room.
So which one are you going for? Otar.
The one Lilith wasn't in, so the one in the middle.
The one in the middle. Nice.
Bloody brown. Yeah.
So you try to doors open, internal room here, and you can you get a slight sterile smell from in here. As you look around, you can see there's a large table out here, like a large looks. Would you have probably seen something like this before? Definitely used almost like a butcher's block, large old granite top that's been wiped down and cleaned down. You can see that is the emanating smell of the kind of the sterile smell that comes from this room. Around it, there's a few boxes and bits in there, and a few different stations set up. Is there anything particular you'd be looking for?
Just like sort of general, plus if there's any sort of information that the Redditor might find interesting.
Yeah, cool. So give me an investigation check.
Yeah, it was a 15.
Nice. 15. So in this room, you let me get my proper. Perhaps I was looking at the wrong screen. You can see that this room has been used to perform experimentations is the wrong word. It's like a mixing lab. Things have clearly been cut up and cleaned here or stripped down here, whether that be bodies potentially or component parts and stuff. It seems to have been a room that's been used for some kind of alchemical
Like a lab,
process,
maybe.
a bit like a lab. Yeah, a bit of it's a room that it doesn't smell like a meat chop shop. It's not like they've been coming in, but definitely whatever was happening here had multi-purpose, and you can see from the size of the bits in here that lots of different activities were probably being used. You can see there's on that main on one of the tables there's a large copper chalice, and you can also see there is a few different flasks set up. Some of them that are they're like a deep red or purpley color, and they kind of range in variation. You can see in these vials set up that they range from like a deep purpley red and get slightly larger, and then there's a slightly different shaped flask that has got more of a red coloration to it as well at the end in a slightly larger bottle.
Do they have lids on?
Yeah, they're all corked up and set up as if they'd been almost as if they'd been distilled and checked and left to rest in this area.
I'll pick them up and I'll go and see if Al can make any sense out of them.
Mm-hmm. So you grab those. Just for now, add them in there as 4 vials of ready purple liquid and 1 larger vial of a red liquid. And we'll go through those once we know what they are.
While this searching our rooms is happening, because I think Faywin said to me telepathically before about Vex leaving something, so I'm going to telepathically back to her say, have you managed to find what Vex left behind?
I mean, no, unless telepathically. Unless she meant these people, these poor people. I haven't seen anything. Question mark. Did you find anything on Zarkor that you could use?
I want to take the body back and possibly yes. If my theory is correct, this could be a massive discovery. So, I feel like I need to get this back to the druids.
Oh, that sounds like knowledge that I would like, but you can tell me later when we're not in this strange warehouse.
Yeah, I'll explain it all later.
Do I recognise the people in the cages as anybody that I know?
No, at first looking in, you can't. Again, they're whilst healed and still a little bit mangled, but no, they no one that is recognisable. Just people that seem to have been caught up in the fray. Sorry, as well, Otter. You can see that there's a door on the far side of this room. So you come through a door. You can see there's a door on the far side of the room as well as you're looking around. Saga, you go into the room the other room, the one that Lilith had come out of. This one has much more of a smell of sweat and blood, and almost there's like a tinge of like fear in the air as you are presented with you are barely like recognizable to yourself what this would be. A large slab table, metal based table with big rings across it. Look like they're there to like maybe strap someone or strap something down, and then a huge tank, huge glass tank, which you can see to the left hand side of the room, which has within it this like briny liquid. Looks like as you're looking at it.
Can I see anything inside this big piss tank?
The big piss tank. Give me an investigation or give me a perception check.
Ooh, perception. That's
Yeah,
good. Okay,
perception.
let's go with that. 4.
There's no current to it. It's very like swamp-like, and as you're looking from the sides, you can see that the edges are like it's very briny along the edge. This is a glass, like a very nice-looking glass, large, like 10 foot across pool. But you can smell as you get close to it the like saltiness of the water. But yeah, you can see the edge of the tanks are actually very like murky. So a fish tank that hasn't been cleaned for 3 or 4 weeks. Since as you're trying to look in, you can just see brown, and the smell is a bit off-putting.
Zaga will ignore the tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Just look around the room for any signs of what's happening here, or maybe signs that somebody else has been turned into a vampire like Lilith.
Okay.
There's
Yes.
only tadpoles in there.
Give me an investigation check.
That was what I was trying to get at, but without directly asking.
Why would there be tadpoles in there?
23 for investigation, and I'm not sticking my hand in the glass tank.
Nice. You will be, you said, or you won't be?
Won't be.
I was going to say. And I will be sticking my hand in this mysterious glass tank. As you look around, you can see 23 is very good. You can see that this room, and piecing together what else might be going on in here. You can see that this room and the one next to it now, as you look, are this is a very tall warehouse. They're like semi-permanent structures, right? These are like big wooden panels that have been placed on very light wooden structures to create a room in a warehouse space that wasn't here before. And you can see that this has been squeezed to fit a space. There is only this one big slab in here, where you can see people have been can be tied down. As you get up to get up and see this, you can see the still almost, it was only been a couple of minutes, right, since the fight, the blood and the sweat of you assume where Lilith was laying on this slab, where she's got up and kind of slid down. It's like a slight camber, but not a huge one. And you can see exactly where there are the arm and the leg trusses to like hold someone to this table. It's very clear that a person was here, and from tracing the kind of blood and sweat and stank, you can work out very easily that Lilith was on this table, at least as she came round. You can see there's a small pack behind of stuff all folded up, which you can take, which has some small bits in there. Just looks like folded clothes and probably the rest of what Lilith was wearing. So in there you put out some bits, and one of the things in there that would be interesting is a cloak.
I will take Lilith's
That
cloak.
you find the cloak.
Are there any signs that anybody else had this done to them before Lilith, or?
This room is clear of anything other than what is in here. There's this huge tank, there's this place to hold down, and then there seems to be this like shelving where they've folded up and put clothes down before something happened. As you look around, there's no tables, there's no like workbenches and stuff in here. It seems like this room has a single purpose, and the purpose has something to do with the tank and something to do with the trap. There is nothing else that sits within this thing, but you do see to the far side of the tank there is a door that goes the opposite direction of where you were coming.
Is that door? Is this the room that we originally escaped from the warehouse through back to the pub?
You
that same
get the
door?
feeling that if that room still exists, that would be the direction to go towards it. Yeah.
Okay. I just have a check of the door quickly just to see if it, because I assume it's all like caved in, popped beyond the door because of what happened when we were in the pub. But I'll have a quick check.
So you shut the door. The door opens up. As you can see, it's a very thin corridor that runs left and right from here. Again, where these rooms have been like kind of plugged in, they've left themselves enough space to get down to the end. And as you look down to the left, you can see a door. If you look down to the right, you can see an alleyway that goes back round on itself. I mean, you would be able to piece together that if you're in this room, that door was the door you saw as soon as you walked in. So you saw a door over in this direction. So you're like, okay, well, left and a doorway is roughly where that original office was that you escaped through last time.
Yeah, I'll go left and double check it just to make sure.
Cool. Fabian and Von,
Yes.
what are you
So,
guys up to?
I want to have a look to see what
Oh, we can
Vex
go to
could
where
have
you are.
possibly left me to telepathically. Telepathically.
Yep.
That's how I initiate telepathy. I would like to tell Von that that's what I'm going to be doing, and just
Okay.
start looking around.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast guidance on Baywin.
Not
Nice.
guiding bolt, no.
Not guiding bolt, no.
Guiding bolt. You did. Yeah, as those guys
you get
leave.
You get a D4. You add to your roll if you want to.
Cool. So you investigation check is probably best if you're looking for a specific item.
Well, because she said
Mm-hmm.
I've left something for you, right? That's
Yep.
what she said.
Burn shit on a fire.
Was it 1d4?
1d4, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. It's a total of 12.
12. Wow, that's a real good roll. As you look around this area you are, you can see that those the door is still open to the outside. It goes out, and you can hear a bit of movement out there, and you can hear the guys that are like breathing. As you check around the boxes, you notice with 12 that this area has been like tidy up and laid out, and everything seems to have a place. Like there was definitely a method to whatever was going on here. You can see that there's these larger crates, which as you look out the door, you can see a few of them as well that sit towards this bank here that seem to be looking at them like small open top crates. They're probably 4 foot long, about 2 foot wide, all sat opened up in a line. You can see next to them there's some boxes which are closed crate boxes. And then you know that when you came in as well, as you're looking around, there's this big like pile, there's bags and bags of what there's a little bit of like blood residue coming out the bottom, so you can you're not quite sure what might be going on within the bags, but you can see there's like bags of stuff that have been packed up and crates of stuff that have been packed up for you to go through. For you to go through and check a few with a 12, you see a lot of them are like clothes. A lot of them seem to be like the clothes and shoes of, and nothing fancy in here. And the smell of them, some of them smell like they're covered in like piss and sick, and each bag is a bit like. You do find one that has like a small pouch in it that feels a bit more weighty, and it has as you knock it, you can feel there's some coins in there, so you can grab hold of that. Which, if you were to later count out, you find has 140 silver pieces in it. But as you're going through out here, this whole area, as you go around, it's like, well, there's empty caskets here, there's locked caskets here, then there's like bags of when you go through, it looks like clothes and shoes and stuff for people. There's the sets of cages at one end, sets of cages. Like this area is kept pretty clean, bar a few like little bits of blood you can see knocking about. If there's something in here, it's well packed in a box, or maybe what I'm looking for is not here.
Okay, so I say to Von what I've looked at,
Mhm.
and I'm like, well, at least it wasn't a body. But I have no idea what she was talking about.
Nice.
Let me know if you find anything that looks suspicious.
I've seen a kobold.
Slash booty.
Yeah.
He looks pretty suspicious. Otter.
Little purple kobold running around trying
Yeah.
to cut things.
Yeah.
You hear, because these, and again, these, like I said, this makeup of this room is very similar to the one next door. That the walls of it are single ply. They're not. It's not a permanent structure being built in here. It's like they needed some space built in here. They've built or got someone to build these spaces in here. You can hear Zaga. You hear the door close from Zaga going out into the hallway, so you know he's in the hallway, or you knew someone's in the hallway behind there at least.
Okay, so I want to go through the door, hoping it opens outwards into Zaga's face.
Rough damage. It does open inwards because it's a very small corridor, unfortunately.
Shit. So again, I'll step in the corridor and see Zaga coming out as well and heading up towards the room to the left, and I'll also head up that way.
Nice. So you guys...
Hey, you following me?
I was in here first, you're following me. You find anything?
Ah, it looks like a room where they turn people into vampires. It was all bloody and sweaty, and there was this tank full of dirty water. I don't know what that's about.
This one's more like a lab, but it's, like sterile in there.
Oh, yeah, no, that other one was not fucking sterile.
Might have been sterile.
Sucks to be you.
So you make your way down to the end of the hallway where there is the door. The door has been moved slightly from where it was before. It's like been budged up, but you can see that the
I
door is
wouldn't
fixed
know
at the
that I
end.
have
You
that.
wouldn't know, no.
I
So
don't
Zaga knows you're going towards. And as you get to the door, try the door.
Yep. Try the door.
Open the door, and in front of you, a very different looking office than it was before. Been matched almost in a similar vein to the one that was in the downstairs of the Silent Dagger. One big desk in there, a few sets of drawers and pieces, and then a area you can see where they've not covered it. Where it was covered before, you had to like move something to get into that downwards tunnel. That is open, so you can just see the downward stairs at the end.
I point out to Otter that this is how we originally escaped the warehouse, and that would have gone back to the pub.
Mm-hmm.
And I say I've searched this room before, and then I begin searching the room again.
Cool.
I will help. So that's where the tunnel is that we were coming through before.
Yeah, that's where Lilith ran away when we were fighting her. This is where that would have come through, but I think it's probably all fucked now after what happened in the pub.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you say you were helping on the investigation?
Yeah, I'll help because you probably have better investigation than I do.
Cool.
Oh, it's a good thing you're helping. Because that's a 25.
25. Nice. What are both your passive perceptions?
Mine's shit. 10.
Perception. 14.
14. Nice. Cool. So yeah, you 25 with the advantage on the investigation.
Yes.
So
First
you.
one was a 10.
Oh, fucking hell. That's lucky. Good. You go through. This is an office that is filled with documents. You can see that there is a small chest in one of the drawers that are in there that has some coinage in there. As you open up, it's just silver and copper pieces. But if you were to take time and count it out, there is 272 silver pieces, mix of silver and copper, but put them on silver.
272 silver.
272 silver.
I guess I'll just pocket it for now.
It's with 272 silver, it's like a small little chest where it looks like they've just been like, it's like like a small change
In fact,
pot.
I'll just throw it to Otter and let him fucking hold it because it's silver.
Cool. So as you take the one side and you're going through the cupboards and going through things. Otto, if you're looking through and going through the desk, you can see that there's bits of plans in there, like different areas of the map. And on the wall behind the desk is like a kind of crudish map of Redvant that has different markers in different areas. You can see that the port was marked up for certain bits. You can see that Hot Valley, the northern area of Redvant, has been marked up for certain areas as well. And then you can see on the desk there is like small like files that are labelled up. One of them's labelled up the Whispers Cabaret, another one was labelled up the Hypnosphere, and one other was called the Euphoric Mind Spa. And you can see that they've like neatly written out. And as you go through, you can see that these are like dossier files of like costs of things. You can see so some of them are like essentially a recorded ledger of like this is rough estimations of costs and things they can do, and then there's other ones that are information about you can see there's some information there about the Red Hoods and about certain businesses that are already in place and the owners of certain businesses that might be similar to the ones that are in there. You can see that these are like each one of these is like an individual small, like a business plan, essentially. Not that you would know really what a business plan is, but you make out from like drawings to some dossier reports that just like are like, oh, the area of for this, or good areas for, and they have marked up maps, and then there's a ledger that details out costings as well. And that's most of the paperwork and bits that were in there. It seems to be that this was the map was up there with lots of different areas marked. If you want to look, but most of the areas you can see on the map, like I said, the port was marked off, Hot Valley was marked off. You can see actually that the Thistle and Shamrock was marked on there as the Red Hoods HQ. So they clearly knew where the Red Hoods were operating out of as well. I'm trying to think if anywhere else would have been marked up there. But no, and then a lot of the information was around that kind of northern Hot Valley sector.
Right, so I'll take all those documents to give to Viper.
Cool. Can you both roll perception checks for me? So, yeah, so these two are in the back room, looting and tooting. And then Arthur's sat up on the box. Faywin and Von are moving about.
They're out.
So you were sat in the box, and then Arthur, give me a perception check.
The roll. I'm quite good at perception, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's 15.
15. You are sat picking your nails, waiting for everyone to go through. You see Faywin and Von kind of like walking around, checking the boxes and finding little bits here and there. You see the far door, this door, that Otter originally went into. You see the door close.
I gesture to. I kind of run over to Von Van and Faywin and I'm like, guys, and I point towards the door. I'm like, is that like supposed to shut? Question mark.
Sorry, which door was it?
This one.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Did Otter not close it behind him?
As you point at the door, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, I was going to do something.
Oh no, I'm going to do something first.
Have we been in here long enough to count for a short rest?
No.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice. As you're pointing at the door, like, what? You see this tiny little fiendish being just appear from nowhere, like invisibility cloak on them, as they go, "Ah!" and try to scare you. Doesn't work. This is a tiny little, like, almost like goblin, like an insect that's been grown too much, with big old horns, big ears, and big black eyes.
Can I throw a power sphere?
Hey!
Can I cast Thaumaturgy and instantly cause an unlocked door to fly open?
No, you can't actually. It's just a sound, isn't it? It's not actually a thing.
No, there's 5 different
You can use
effects.
objects.
One of them is you instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open and slam shut. I just haven't used it because it's not as fun as coughing with coughing with my
You can
voice
do.
now.
The thing itself is in front of you.
That's
It's
fine.
like on the front of the door. But yeah,
I wave at it.
it goes to start bolting for the door. What's
I don't have any spells.
Fabian Von? What's your passive perceptions?
15.
Oh, mine's 16.
15, 16. You can see as it comes back into its invisibility drops and goes for the scare, then realizes it's not working, goes to run, that you can see around its neck that it's wearing some kind of like chain with what looks to be like either like a locket or a ring or something on the end of it as it turns to start running for the door.
Can I cast Entangle on the floor in the direction it's running?
Yeah.
Can I get a strength saving throw from the little being, please?
You can. It has a -3 to strength, so that's a 7.
Good. How much?
7.
Yeah, fails. So he's now restrained by the plant.
Nice. This little thing starts running, so it gets to just gets to go running as it gets bolting towards the door, gets restrained up by the wings there, and it's like no. Does anyone speak Abyssal? Do you speak Abyssal, Arta?
Yeah,
I feel like you did.
of course I do.
You hear it just going, no, I want to get away, let me go. But the rest of you just hear,
Do me and Zagga hear this?
no, you're like 2 rooms away. Busy
I'm
losing.
not sure how loud it was.
Like to keep my
What
link
I
for
say, I
instance.
respond in Abyssal. Where are you even going? Only everyone else says.
Yeah.
Don't take the mick out of him, Arthur. Find out what's going on.
Roll a persuasion check. Or, persuasion check. You're being nice. You did slam a door in early.
That's a 6.
6, no. It looks back at you, speaking Abyssal, tries to like process what's going on, and then goes back to trying to just get away. Let me go! Let me go!
Why are you here?
And you look at it, it has a look on its face of just like pure fear, and possibly maybe doesn't know the answer to that question.
Is it cute?
Definition of cute.
Can we see the mini?
There is no mini for it. I haven't printed a mini
okay.
for it because
You
it
just
just
use
it as a quasit.
it's a quasit, yeah. So it's a little demon beast. It looks like a little hunched back. I don't have the. I can't move it onto a screen.
Oh, great, no. No, that's quasi. That's not going to help me.
Quasit.
Which is a hard, non-foliated metamorphic rock.
No, this is a tiny fiend.
Oh, it's cute.
Okay.
Little frog.
So you have it entangled.
Otter and I heading back at this point.
You really wanted to loot everything that was in there and get in.
I mean,
so
you
you still.
did. I don't know. Did you say we were done looting before we had our?
No, so you missed completely the sound of this thing running from the room and passing by you because you were so intent on it. So it's kind of a happening at the same time thing.
Gotcha.
So you might only just be like hearing some chatter going on from outside the wall. But yeah,
No, it's just because you said we were intent on looting, so I was like, was there more stuff in there?
no, you just really like looking at stuff.
Telepathically, it says any creature within 30 feet that understands at least one language. Is that at least one language that I speak, or at least one language in general?
In
You're looking
general.
at tongues.
I would like to telepathically speak to the little what's-it
Yep.
What's it?
and ask. I think what's-it's better. And I want to ask, did Vex send you? And why are you here? What are you trying to do? Little what's-it? Smiley
Little
face.
what's it? Roll a persuasion.
Just not charismatic.
Doesn't Faven eat what's it?
Lots of what's-its.
Skip.
Kinsey's not method acting now.
9.
9. It hit. So you asked, did Vex send you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say that, it misses the second question completely, and this is like Vex is master.
Ah, Faven says that now.
Yeah.
And then she looks at Von and Arthur and says, "Guess who's master? It's Vex."
Let me go.
You didn't even give us a chance to guess.
It,
Faven
it
turns
then
her back on that.
flicks to common, and then says, "Please let me go."
Do you need like a sock or something? Is that how you're freed?
If we become my pet.
Roll a death saving throw. You are automatically killed. Just for Harry Potter references. This is the
Worst thing is
Gandalf Wizard channel.
I've only seen the first 2 films,
Okay,
like the
good.
first 4 books.
Oh,
I imagine Arthur being Neville.
The hero.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah, I know.
We're not
Not
getting
real
into this
wizards.
argument now, or I
We're
will
not into
kill
this.
all of you.
I'm out of spell slots. Please don't kill me.
Cool. Yeah, it flicks back to you and it's pleading with you now.
So this is Vex's pet.
Is that the present she left you? Oh, I don't know about the present actually, do I?
You,
As you were doing.
as
You
you
said
are,
to have it, didn't you?
it's stopped now. As you are, I've realised because it's wiggling a little bit, but essentially it's entangled and stuck to the floor. It can't move. Fabian, as you look, you can see that there is indeed a locket on the end of this chain, and it is incredibly similar to the locket that Meadow had.
Faywin gasps. That was me gasping out of character, but still, in character, she gasps. Where did you get that? She says.
Vex's master, please let me go.
Can I snatch it from him, or is it all?
Yeah, it's smaller and weak enough that even if it tried to get away, it's stuck with a -3 to strength rolls. So yeah, you can. Are you just going to grab the locket, pull it from it, or are you going to try and take it off? Because it's got big old ears and horns. So if you're going to take it off nicely, it's probably a bit more difficult. But if you just grab it,
No, I've tugged it off of his neck.
Cool.
And then I want to hold it up and say to Arthur and Bon, Meadow had an identical necklace to this when she died. When she died? Question.
Yeah. There is a ring on the chain with the locket.
Do I recognise the ring?
The ring you have never seen before. But yes, the locket is incredibly similar to the one that you were given.
Is the ring the same, the one that Zagger and Von has?
You've not seen this ring. No, this ring is okay. I kind of like gaudy. Not very nice. Let me get an actual description. It's like kind of bulbous.
Oh.
Give me a second.
Bulbous diamond?
I'm just imagining
No,
it being
nobody
like
likes a bulbous ring.
No, not like it's larger. So it's like a brass, like a brass or a rose gold band that runs to the top, and on the top there seems to be like blue. It's almost what was the way to describe it? You know, if you imagine like lava coming through a rock, the sign that you get the lines that run through, so you can see the gold running through, and the rock is this like dark purple blue color. Looks almost a little bit like a that, or if you were to look like a top down of a brain potentially.
Oh.
So that was on the chain, and then the chain was then the locket. So the locket and the chain you recognise, and this ring was, you know, when you just put a ring through a chain, it was just dangling with it.
Okay. I'm not going to put it on just yet because I'm furious, but I'll keep it somewhere safe.
Please, let me go.
What do we do with him?
If we let you go, can you tell Vex that we want to speak to her?
Yes.
And I tell her that I won't be able to attack her because all I've got is this hammer.
Yes, let me go. I tell Vex.
Do we trust him? He looks trustworthy. He's got horns like me.
I mean, look at him. He's pathetic and weak. I don't think that he'll be able to.
Oh.
Are we on about the closet or outside?
I go over and try and comfort him.
Unless you want a new master.
I don't think that's how like the transferring of masters works. I mean, I feel like it's kind of like you're in for the long term.
I say we let him go, and hopefully gets Vex to contact us.
Okay. Can I stop my thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you stop it and he scatters straight for that back door, starts scampering through.
We're getting eaten by the sharks. I shout as he leaves.
Yeah, it might have been. Might not have been late enough. As you hear him scampering off, and then you just hear meow as you hear the thump, thump. There's a release of bows from the outside of the bank.
Oh, did they kill him?
And you have to go
Well, I guess he won't be speaking to Vex then.
Wow.
Maybe we
to
should
be
have
fair.
warned them first. Wait, if I go out there, are they going to shoot bows at me as well?
Should we try?
You can certainly
Hold
try.
on, I'll wear my. I'm gonna walk to the door, hunched over, my hood up, and my ears sticking, my horn sticking out, and see what happens.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Arthur. Go ahead.
At this point, now that we're done looting, I think we'll come back out.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys come back in, as you can see that Arthur's making his way out towards the back door.
Hey, what's going on? Did we miss something?
There was a little sprite thing. What's it?
Was it a vampire? Did it have tentacles?
No, no
No,
tentacles.
it had horns.
It had a necklace that was identical to Meadows that she was wearing when she died, and
How did it get that Meadows necklace?
no,
You
it was
didn't take the necklace. Why did you not take the necklace? I feel
did.
like you should have done that.
I did.
Who's Meadow?
I pulled it off.
Oh, you did. You did pull it off.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I put it-
I mean, Otter was there when we found Meadow dead and fought a troll in a tree, so
Gave her a massive burial.
yeah.
Oh,
There was a big tree thing afterwards as well at the same time. I forget which.
There was a big tree thing, yes.
So,
Say, there was a weird-looking tank in that room over there with some really dirty-looking water. I couldn't see anything in it, but it set off kind of like a, I don't know, maybe something like a spider sense. It didn't feel right.
shall I hit it with my hammer?
I mean, you can. I won't be in the room when you do it.
No, but I thought we were a team.
Was there anything else in there, Arthur? I mean, that was the room that Lilith came out of, right?
I've been here with you the entire time.
Sorry, Arthur, Zaga. Fucking hell.
I mean, there was some of Lilith's clothes and shit. I took a cloak that looked cool, but no, it was mostly just. It looked like she was strapped down on a table, and whatever they did to turn her into a vampire, it happened in there. I don't know what role this water could play.
I'll go and have a look. I'll telepathically say to Faywin, make sure they go nowhere near Zarkal's body.
I telepathically say back, yes. No worries. But also,
You've
do
got
you have
a-
anything
oh.
to collect some water? You might want to take it back for testing.
Hello there.
If I have a water skin.
Mm-hmm.
do you have any vials?
Yeah, you got some else.
No, it's full of acid.
Ah.
I used them for that. I've got a water skin. You can take 4 liters of it. If you've got
I
4
have
pints.
also got a water skin, so
In the bag of holding.
Should I put that into the bag of holding? The liquid from the tank in the bag of holding, is that a good idea?
Fill up a bag of holding with brandy water. No problem.
Well, you've just got to imagine it in there and it'll come out, won't it? Is that how it works?
And everything comes out wet.
Batches.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna head into that room
Mm-hmm.
and have a little investigation
Nice.
of the tank.
Yep. So you get into the room, and yeah, you can smell straight away the smell of the briny, salty smell of this tank in the corner, which is this dark like
Smells like
yellow brown. It smells like just like dank seaweedy, like proper, not a nice smell of the sea, like a bottled up, left in a room smell of the sea. And yeah, at your elevation point, slightly taller than Zaga as you are, you can see on the top that there is like slight movement going on within the water, but there doesn't seem to be any tanks or pumps or anything you can see causing that movement. Give me an investigation check.
That is a 17.
17, nice. Yeah, getting close enough in to try to have a look, but not so close that you're sticking your face in the water. You can see there is movement of these really kind of small tadpole-like creatures swimming around within the brine. Not, as you look and count across the thing, for the size of the tank, doesn't seem to be a huge amount. It's not like brimming with these things, hence them being difficult to spot. But you probably see across the tank, you spot probably 4, 5.
It's a shame I've used my conch already. Summon a shark.
Dinner time! Yeah. You also, with that, recognise the tank as probably the thing that you helped steal from the boat.
Oh, what, the thing that the other group took from
Mhm.
the boat?
Yeah. From Oswell's amazing aquatic being things. Or whatever I called him.
Can I do that?
Yeah, everybody get ready to kill Bombo.
Just reading. That's one of the spells. See
I'm hoping for more pets. I hope it's little froggies.
Yeah, keep one of these as a pet. Go on.
You're going to need to
So-
get some really deep pockets. Literally.
Can I empty my water skin
Yep.
and hold it just above the tank
Yep.
and use shape water to guide some of the water into the water skin?
You can. So you want to fill your water skin just with the briny waters within there?
I mean, I guess the tadpoles would be too big to fit in there, wouldn't they? And they probably wouldn't move with the water.
The water skin.
Look, Zaga, baby ducks.
No, baby ducks. I mean, he thinks a vampire's a mind flayer, so fucking why not? This is how ducks start. No, you probably could, but you could. I mean, you're controlling water, right?
Yeah.
So there's a chance. I mean, with a roll, if you want to try and catch one, there's a chance with a roll you could control water enough to kind of like catching a fish as it's tadpole as it's swimming around. It's going to be difficult. But if you are able to not just like sweep your hand through the water, but actually control the water itself, there's a chance you could try and coerce one towards the bottle if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Stick an eyeball in there.
But that's a good idea or not, I don't know. But
Stick your first in.
okay.
Do it for a pet.
So that is a control water spell. It says no spell. So give me a spell attack with your spell attack modifier added to it.
An attack modifier to it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
D20 plus your spell
24.
attack modifier. 24. Nice. You try and I suppose work with the control water for a bit to like get them moving to one side, and almost like reverse whirlpool to get them spinning to then create that wave to push them in. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw as well?
I was waiting for that. That's a 19.
19. Ooh, nice. So you and you do a very good job of this. As one comes round, the water, you manage to catch all the water in it, and as you're holding out the water skin to catch as much as possible, you see one tadpole fly in. And on that point, as you've like kind of achieved your goal, you take your eye off the prize slightly and just catch at the last minute as another one of these little tadpole worms jumps out, and you can see it's that double mouth of like a giant worm, but shrunk down to a teeny bitty size. These teeth just jump out, and you get nicked just like oof on the finger of one, and a drop of blood drops into the water as it misses. Doesn't manage to get a good bite on you, but just manages to scratch across and catch you and draw blood from your hand. I'd roll damage, but it's like half a point of damage. But yeah, you're just like, fuck! But yeah, just at that point that you get one in. But you now have a water skin with the briny water and one tadpole that you can cork up.
Okay, yeah, I called that up and back away from the tank as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And head back into the other room.
Nice.
Anything? Davidson?
There was some strange tadpole-like creatures in there. I managed to wrap one in my water skin, but
Oh, like baby frog.
something tells me this is not going to turn into a frog.
Oh my god, we could rear it and have a little baby
No.
frog. And then
No.
Hector pokes his head out of my pocket, really excited to get a new friend.
The tadpole jumps in Hector's eye.
I don't think this tadpole should go anywhere near anyone for now.
Okay.
So we all done here?
I think so.
So how are we getting that? And I gesture to Zaga. Vampire. Out of here. Are you like?
I will.
You doing a repeat bag of holding? Put his head in, sort of malarkey, or
No.
I'll cut his head off.
we
You are
dragging
not-
it?
You're not cutting the head off. I need this body.
The whole body.
We'll get a
The
car.
whole body.
Okay. We can lift it.
I'm sure we can get a card down here.
We can put it on my shoulders and pretend like it's like a drunk person I'm carrying home on my shoulders.
It'll be easier to carry in pieces.
What are we doing about these sick people?
I thought we
The
healed
Red
them.
Hoods can deal with them.
Yeah.
I could put them out of their misery.
They need to pay us as well.
Onyx, stop trying to put everyone out of their misery.
I can kill them if you want.
No.
Someone give me a hand carrying Zarkul's body.
You do remember that you had looked at about 2 minutes ago some empty crates that, whilst not quite long enough to fit this full body in, if you were to like fold up a little bit, you could get inside and nail down. These appear to be micro coffins.
In that case, then I will pick up Zarkul and.
As you're looking around, like, hey, what the hell's going on? And you're like, okay, actually, if I just like bent in these up to the chest, they'd fit in this body. And then you realise that, these were probably micro coffin boxes. There were.
I cast Mage Hand to help.
I was just going to say that. I'm waiting for one for you two to cast Mage Hand when he said give me a hand.
No, I was
gonna-
gonna help, but I was gonna cast Mage Hand to be a third pair hand,
Just a whole lot of tentacles.
a fifth hand, because there's 5 hands.
So yeah, with not too much problem, you lift and place, fold up the body, and can lid Zarkul inside one of these containers, or these wooden coffins, crude coffins.
Are the Red Hoods still quite close to us?
Yes, as you're going through and doing this, you hear a noise from the back, as appearing at the door, kind of peeking through, you see a couple of Red Hoods, and then Rook, the one you had spoke to before, comes in to kind of just check that all is well.
You'll see, Rick, that there's some people there. They look quite injured. It'd be good to get them back to base. They might know some more.
Ah, good idea. And he turns back and goes, get these people out of here.
Put them out of their misery.
He looks over to you. No, Otter, not this time. So you appear to have done a good job here. Everyone is dead. That's a coffin with the body in it. What's the plan from
That's
that?
a paycheck.
Not everyone.
Not everyone.
One,
I mean, we got the
one escapes.
demon.
No.
No.
Not the demon.
The master of the demon.
That was just a really short tiefling, your penis.
I know the difference between a tiefling and whatever the fuck that was.
She went invisible.
So we have one.
She was the first person that we spoke to when we went to the Silent Dagger.
Okay, you can clear the details. That's fine. Clear the details with Viper. We can get people out looking around. I mean, she's got nowhere to go here. If she was, but he looks over and he's like, "Do you know? Was she like?" And he sees Lilith's body like that, or like
No.
that, and points to Sylph.
Like,
She looked like one
Bah,
of these elves,
put
but,
into
you know,
Sylph.
kind of sicker.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, she's going anywhere. It's going to be the night time, and then in the day we'll catch her out. So, okay, we'll have people on the lookout for some kind of drow elf, potentially bigger, more gruesome, or more sick, as you said. But this is good. What do you want us to do with this warehouse? I'm assuming we're locking this down, and nobody is
Yes.
in or out.
lock it down, and
Burn it.
I would say stay away from the tank in
What's in the tank? What's in that box?
there.
Stay away from the tank.
Yeah, I just have a feeling that whatever happened in that room, that's where that abomination came from.
Right.
So, yeah, I would say avoid that tank.
Okay, we will make sure that is avoided. Do you need anything from that tank, or are we okay to
We
destroy
got
it if
what we
needs?
needed from it.
Perfect. Well, Viper is going to be very happy to hear from you guys. This is a very clean job. We feared the worst when we got blocked from the front, and then managed to do what we can. The guys that were watching the river didn't catch the direction, or more of the direction, if someone did leave from here. So we'll be having words with them.
Yeah, I mean, she was invisible when... I believe she was invisible when she left, so...
Yeah, they just
Not
said they
everyone's as
surprising.
competent as us.
did say they spotted some sharks in the river though. That you're doing or theirs?
That would be me.
Nice. That's a nice.
Sharks, Otter?
Yeah. Just try and catch facts. But,
Wait.
It's just one of those. Just accept it, and there's no need to ask further questions. I think.
I tend to do that with you lot. I've been told just to expect the unexpected. When my guys were reporting sharks this far up the river, I assumed it was something they had in some weird defence, but, you know, whatever. Good job. We will get the teams to lock down the facility now, get a little bit of an armed guard in case this runaway decides to come back.
Can I just ask, how long did the shark stay there?
Does it say on there?
No.
Sure, until they just want to fucking fly away.
Forever.
Yeah, they're summoned, as in, like, they are real life sharks. They're not like spawned sharks. They are called from.
Oh, they were probably with their families and they just got plucked out
They'll-
of the sea.
They'll after their requirement is over, they'll just swim.
You
back
want
into the
some
sea.
Just a couple of little reef
Well,
sharks
it's a
on
fair-
call.
Little baby reef shark has lost his mum and dad because they're in a river in Redvant.
Fucking hell, we got called again. That bastard blew his fucking conch.
It's always on my fucking shift
Yeah.
on call. Like, it happens.
That was
when
river.
Someone calls the.
Didn't even fucking do anything. What's he blowing that conch for? Yeah, they are summoned, as in they're pulled from there. So they wouldn't last for. They would then be released back once their duties were
Until
done.
they decide
That's
to swim
right.
away, basically.
Yeah, until they decide that they're done. When they realise nothing's happening. Fucking.
Can I communicate with them? That's another thing.
No, I don't think you have any ability to.
You're not fucking Aquaman.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, with the summoning from the conch, I don't know if that gave me the ability to command them in any way.
No.
Or whether they just do the duties it says.
You're really annoying as a character. To make you more annoying by giving you sea powers. would just-
Well, they get teleported back
I don't
to where
want to
they-
do that. So. You want to what?
I was looking at
Yeah,
the
they'll swim back.
character builder earlier, and there's a race that can talk with animals at will, but only snakes.
Nice. Yeah, that's the sort of annoying thing. What does it say on there? I don't think I don't think you have any ability to.
No,
call,
it just
so
says
it's-
when blown, it sends a call.
Yeah.
And then obviously the default table.
Yeah.
To create distractions, guard against threats,
Yeah.
or weaken the bindings that hold Slumbercraft.
Yeah. So essentially, they come out to do exactly that, and then they fuck off again. But yeah, it's not to say if you were in there swimming, there'd be a point where it's like, make sure you don't attack the shark because they might turn on you. You are just essentially calling out to nature's beast for a one-off boom, and then.
I mean, even if you want to pet them now, would be the time.
Hello, reef sharks.
My face, your face, Otter.
Nice. So, you have, you have got information out of here. They're going to lock down the facility so no one else comes in and out. You've gained some samples. You have a body. And Rook advises, you, whilst they're doing this, you make your way swiftly back to HQ in case anything goes on. But they will be keeping watch on this facility in case Vex comes back to try and get anything from the facility.
Yeah, Zaga wants to go back to the Red Hood's place and get paid. He hasn't forgotten that Viper said he'd get paid this morning and didn't pay him this morning.
Oh, that's annoying. So what are you saying?
With the ring on the necklace, do I need to become attuned to it?
You need to work out what it is. Yeah, you can spend some time with it to
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you can identify it with magical spells, or we're saying if you spend an hour with it to try and work out what it is, try it on and stuff, you can work out what it is.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll do that after the chat.
Yeah. Lovely. So you're making your way back to the Red Hoods. Are you carrying between yourselves the body back, or going to leave it to the Red Hoods to do
Zaga
for you?
is not.
Well, obviously.
I will be carrying the body back.
Cool.
yes.
You will need
I'll
at
help.
least one hand, yeah.
John will flutter around helpfully.
No, is that helpful? No.
And
help
Hex will be in your pocket eating
Yeah, eating.
pastries.
No, Hector's running along the floor. I just don't want to say it was Zaga there.
Fabian now
Zaga-
walks.
You're bed too late now.
Tying up Hector.
My
And
mage
Hector
hand is
looks
keeping the box
quite-
steady.
Hector looks quite easy to catch now that he's been fed and on pastries.
He is quite fat. That's true.
Okay, John would like to supervise Hector and attack Zaga, hold an action to attack Zaga if he tries to.
He's just dragging him through the air like a fat weasel, just getting dragged by this spectral bird.
Exactly.
Please kill me. I'm so fat. Nice. No, none of that happens. You make your way back. You via the tunnels. You take the nearest route, which you actually have to get out of the beer port. They have no, it probably would be better. You'd be better walking back that way, trying to dodge whatever attention you get. But you're flanked with a couple of Red Hoods as well. They provide you some guards to make sure that nothing happens on the way back, to get you at least back to the tunnel. And you make the 25-30 minute journey up to the Red Hoods, underneath the Fish and Shamrock, the Red Hoods HQ. When you get back, there is that kind of like mess hall bar area has a lot of the Red Hoods in there. You see some that you've not seen before, and Viper's there as well, as you can see that they've almost like taken a few of the tables and budged them together, and it seems to be some kind of like operational room at least, to keep track of what's going on. As you guys approach, you catch one or two Red Hoods in the tunnel who notice you, nod, like catch what you've got going on, would have a quick conversation to check that like everything was a-okay. No, you're not bringing any random things in, you're not being followed by anyone, but they shoot back to let people know in advance that you are making your way back. So when you arrive back to the HQ, Viper is there and waiting. There's a few other Red Hoods around who are sat with information and maps out around that beer port area of Redvant, and you can see that they were kind of like almost war map style, keeping track of who was where and what was on and what information was being passed back via the use of runners in the main. As you arrive with your crate of dead person, Viper is awaiting. She kind of looks expectantly as she stands up from the table to look up at you guys walking in. She's like, I hear things went well.
We got a present for you. And I unrelease my mage hand and see whether it takes
Where's
things
our
off
money?
the
Off the crate. No, he's in just on the crate.
It was underneath, helping to steady
that-
it,
oh,
the
it's
mage
hitting the
hand.
crate.
So I'll like end it and see whether it knocks me and me and Von
So
Van
it can
off
only
kilter.
take £10.
I think, yeah, it's about not a lot.
Yeah. No, we noticed no change.
No.
Oh, I was expecting that to do something fun and exciting. How disappointing.
Mage hand's really not great for lifting.
I know, that's the point.
You look at it
It's
like,
what Art would think.
Oh, rubbish. Cool. A present, lovely. But that is okay. That's great. Shall we debrief here? Everyone's.
Yeah.
Where's our money?
Well,
In
the
time,
money
Dagger.
will come. You know how this works. We've never not paid. But let's.
Well, you said you were going to pay us this morning for what we did yesterday, but you didn't.
Stagger
yes, you
will
left
be
very
paid.
early.
Let's just have this conversation.
I hand Viper the documents that I found in the office.
Nice.
You
she
might
goes
find
back
these
to-
useful.
Yes. And she's like, they were okay. Building. She like hands them off to someone to start flicking through, and they like span them out between two or three of them on that table, and literally going out page by page, turn them over, moving stuff around. Again, start like putting little marks and things on their map they have in front of them. That was, from what I can hear from the message from Rook, rather impressive. He said you guys went in, disabled some kind of illusion. There was clouds of poisonous fog everywhere, and minutes later, everybody was dispatched with, bar one runner.
Yes,
Yes.
she turned invisible and ran. And my sharks didn't pick her up either.
Yup. Sharks, okay. Perfect. And any other pertinent information from what was going on there? We will get a full report and debrief and shut down that warehouse, but everybody else seems put to bed?
Well, they were definitely vampires. They turned one of the tieflings into one.
Yes.
They had the telltale signs of vampirism. They
They
had
turned-
tentacles.
Okay. So I believe within whatever you just said there was something actually important.
Yes, there was one important part in what he said there, and it definitely wasn't the vampire part.
I'm going to get you. It's going to be fun.
I open up the crate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this is.
You just hear
This
someone
is.
in the background go, ah! That is the leader?
Yes.
Head vampire.
That is no vampire. You can see that she's like almost hesitant to go forward. What is... So this thing...
So.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I have some sort of inkling into
Saga looks
where it
exasperated.
possibly came from. And I mean, if it is true, it's very concerning.
Yes.
Well, obviously I brought it here to show you. I would like to get this body back to the elder of my druid sect. I believe there may well be some. How do I word it? I believe this creature may be from another plane of existence.
Wow.
Wow.
You. And you've not been drinking whatever the kobold has been.
This is exactly why I did not say anything when I had my first possible idea of this, because it sounds even more out there than
Yes.
what Zagar is saying.
It does indeed, but I am looking at whatever this
A
is.
vampire.
A vampire. Honestly, how do you guys put up with him? He just constant spout of drivel.
You kind of just tune him out.
Yeah. I mean, we have people that can silence him if you need. Anyway, okay. This is this cannot. This is not good for keeping what peace we can keep here in Redvant. We already have the whatever is sweeping through the slums and the diseases there. So the last thing we need is another thing on the horizon. Anything that might indicate that this group were indeed poisoning people as well, or is it just these documents? and plans?
I've picked up these vials full of fluids, which I'm going to take to Al and see if he can find out what they are.
Okay, perfect. Yes, that would be good to get tested.
The female tiefling that got away from us the day before, they had done something to her which she was effectively half her former self, half one of these creatures. So whether that was their ultimate goal of what they were doing there, to
Zagar's
create
shaking his head 'cause the
more
answer
of
is
these.
Obvious.
But
As far as we know, there is no more of these.
this is the key.
What about that dirty water you went to look at?
In the tank, I've yes, there was these tadpole-like creatures swimming around in the tank that was in the same room where the evolved tiefling came from.
Okay.
Um,
Let's just
so, yes.
pause this here. And she like turns around, and you, as you're going through this, you look and see the like 5 or 6 Red Hoods that were all working on stuff have stopped and are just looking at you like very wide-eyed as you're describing one of the wackiest things that has ever gone through. There is a box of a purple creature with tentacles, and then it's just like, and they were using tadpoles, and then they were turning, and it's just like, as it goes through, I think Viper realizes that the tangent of this is just like, let's just nip this now. She's like, this is great. If you can please do what you need to do with the body. There is one more in the warehouse, so I will speak to the coven. But let's take this to the circle room. And then she turns to the others that are there and she says, please carry on with what you work, and they'll kind of snap out of it and go back to working on what they're working on. As she kind of ushers you guys towards the circle chamber. And once you're inside...
Right in my head, I thought it was already in there for some reason.
no, yeah. It was, for once they weren't in there as they were working outside. Okay. Apologies for cutting you off in your prime, but what you are describing is incredibly worrisome. the balance of Redvant is always an interesting one, and we don't have the best relationship with the druids. Normally, we trade where we need to trade, and information trade where we need to trade. But right now, we are feeling a little left out on the limb, with the elves running back to the forest, and now some other plane creatures turning up and trying to disrupt what we thought was just our business operations, but this sounds a little more serious.
Viper. Anna, pull out the necklace. You say about the elves moving
Yes.
from the forest, now this. My dear friend Meadow died, not to keep going on about it, but she died, and she had a pendant on her neck. It was made especially for her. There is no way it could have been duplicated, and yet it was. And then I hand over.
Mm-hmm.
I have this ring on it. I intend to look at the ring for an hour or so don't take it, please. But do you think that this may in some way be connected to what was happening in the border forest? And then Von saying about other planes or something? Like, what is that about? You didn't tell me about that.
Do these other planes have snakes on them?
I'm going to kill you.
Do you have
This is
any
how
like
it's
really
begun.
sticky
You
food
will
that
die.
could like glue his mouth shut?
I can cut his tongue out. Literally, these are espionage guys. The tieflings, actually, a good bit of lore for you all, are known for chopping the tongues out of men. That's when they first came over. They got a reputation, the Coven, for removing the tongues of men. Dialed back on that bit of lore, but I might really dial it back up.
As nice as that sounds in this sort of situations, unfortunately, his tongue is actually fairly useful in battle when he's using his words to
I propose a trade.
to our
I will
advantage.
kill the kobold, and I will give you 5 rolls of fireball. How does that sound?
Yo.
What about taking his tongue? And I put my thumb up at Zaga.
Hey, you leave my tongue alone!
5 scores of fireball?
It's a lot of fireballs. No.
Not fireball.
We make
Fine.
jokes in situations we cannot control.
Jokes.
I don't understand. I don't have fireball, unfortunately, but I can cut his tongue out if you'd like. This pendant is a lovely pendant, but it and the ring mean nothing to me, Faywin, unfortunately.
I just mean that it was on the dead body of my best friend, who had been taken into the forest by the forest, and there was the whole hag thing, and then the whole tree thing, and the borders forest is killing itself thing, and,
Yep.
and now you're saying, I don't know, I just feel like maybe it's linked.
Well, how did your friend get this pendant?
Wasn't it the one that I gave her?
I think it. I mean, you're saying it like you don't know, but I think it was.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
You gave her the pendant.
It's a pendant. Oh my god, it's the pendant that's got my brother's ring on it. My brother who went missing. I swear to god, if it's my brother, I'm gonna kick off.
I thought Von Van was your brother.
And she passes it. As she passes it back to you, you can have that realization internally or externally if you'd like.
Yeah, internally, please.
Yeah. She's like, I have got no idea about this. She's like, as she says, well, where did your friend get the pendant from? It's the bit where you're like, ah! I know, it was me. Cool.
You're not my mother. Yes, I am.
I'm the bad guy. I've killed the forest.
Imagine we did a cat slate. I'm going to do it at some point. Nice. So she's calls you in. Yeah, and as you're going through, this is something that we definitely need to keep off the streets of Redvant. The knowledge of a, if it is so, even if it isn't otherworldly, it is definitely some kind of abomination. It's not something we need to add to the stress already of dealing with a situation where, as you have so rightly put, that the forest appears to be kicking out something, and we have no protection from the elves anymore. So the Coven's main priority is going to be defensive here and to look after itself. We are happy to work with the druids, but there will be, I hope, as you will giving over of bodies and evidence shall hopefully be met with at least some help if there is required in the future.
Of course, I will do whatever I can to ensure that.
Okay. So, yes, I would ask you keep this to yourselves as much as possible. I will speak to the Coven and find out exactly what we want to do here. But with the warehouse locked down, we can investigate as much as we can from here. But yes, any information you receive that will be beneficial to us, please let us know. How do you propose to make it back? Where will you be heading?
I don't know.
I saw a leaflet for like fun and games. I feel like we've spend a bit of our coin once we get paid, and go to the Colosseum maybe.
The Colosseum. Oh, the
That's
Hot
what it's
Valley Stadium. The work is still. It seems.
Wait, isn't that where that turtle is?
Yes, yeah,
Well,
the turtle you
Why are
stole
there
from.
leaflets then if it's not open yet?
Because
They lied to me.
it's.
Yeah, we're getting a bit off point here.
A little
Turtle, the
bit
known notorious liars.
I thought
A
we were
little
asking
bit
where
on
we're
the
going
tangents.
next. I was just suggesting something to the group.
There is.
It was concerning the body and getting that to the druids. Not
Yes.
Oh right,
So
that
there is
thing.
much
Oh,
work.
you were talking to Von.
Oh, well, we're not couriers.
Can be for a price.
We
And I
should
look at
be.
Von.
Well, yes, she said that's interesting. You're not curious, but I think after today's escapades, and she looks over to the door, and you can see that one of the guards kind of spins back in, and brings in a decent-sized chest. Not like fucking you're gonna have to walk out of it, but bigger than any like small chest. You've places that in the center of the table, and places. There's 5 of you, right? Shit, I can't remember. Places 5 folded red garments on a table. As a token of, I suppose, one, appreciation of a job well done, and the Coven themselves have been very interested in the goings-on with yourselves as a group. The information you provided was very helpful, and of course, now you've seen it through to fruition. They would like to, I suppose, offer you honorary membership to the Red Hoods. Whilst you've had access to our facilities for a while now, here is your individual garments if you choose to wear them. And there are 5 red cloaks. They are just basic red cloaks, the same deep red cloaks that everyone else wears for you there.
No embroidery.
No, not like fancy embroidery. They're supposed to be stealthy boys, so it's just like deep red with black stitching anywhere there is stitching. But they are recognisable from their colour alone and their design. And the chest, which is full of gold.
How much silver did we get earlier?
I don't know. You didn't write it down.
I didn't
54.
share
I told
mine.
you. Yeah, I shared out 50. Did you get 54 each?
Okay. So
And I keep the 2 remainder.
For doing the counting of all that of that silver. It was
Yeah.
silver you got earlier as well. I know what you like. Yeah, I know what you like. Looking down here, look at this first job. You got 25 gold. And when you were happy with 25 gold.
Saga was never happy with 25 gold.
Fabian was until a fucking potion was 50 gold.
Wait,
Yeah.
so we got 25 gold for this?
No, it went down. You got the money up front. You've absolutely rinsed them out of cash. Cash
No,
money.
but seriously, so I'm adding 25 gold.
No,
Yeah,
you added.
you had 25 gold, the rest of us on split.
Is that so? You changed the silver up to gold because it was all silver you found.
No, I just put silver.
I thought we were getting paid by Viper. I was like,
No.
money? How much money? Where
So
money?
that's what the
Silver
chest
was
on the
found.
table is, I assume, but no one's opened it yet.
Yeah. The chest is on the table.
Zach
Please
reaches
tell me
for
there's
the
not
chest.
not a head in here, Viper.
There's not a head in here. This is your payment for clearing out the intellects. It is a very large sum, but it was a very large job that was performed. There's 1,000 gold inside the chest.
Each?
No. Fucking hell. Fucking have a day off, mate. You only killed like 3 people.
Well, there's 100 100 gold a person before, and there was Val, there was the soldier. Now there's Zarkul, Sylph, and Lilith. So we should be at 500 gold each.
Oh, really? And this is you're now a mathematician, are we, Kobold?
I feel like we should have negotiated this before we did it, and I feel like
I
we're kind of
mean,
just gonna
it
have to take what
seems
we
like
get.
the going rate for the big bosses was a lot cheaper than the underlings.
The job in total has been paid for, and you will find that you are probably some of the richest people walking around Redvant. So remember, you are in a den of thieves, so maybe keep that
How
a bit
much?
quiet.
How much gold is it each again?
200.
I can see why Zaga's annoyed, but also thank you.
Who's getting robbed? I don't know. I'm gonna roll for it. It's Zaga. Like roll a saving throw. 19 doesn't. Ah, you missed it. Sorry, you are getting robbed by a angel,
Weasel.
giant weasel. Yeah, called Hector. Nice.
93.
Cool. So this, as I say, we have other work that we can discuss. Obviously, I don't know what you guys would like to do in terms of cool down. I understand you want to go and make your way to your Druid sect, Von Van, which is fine. But just remember, there is always a place to stay and always work going here. Hot Valley, as you were discussing, does need some work before it is ready for the main events to kick off. So that's always
Hey,
there
Viper.
for working on. Yes,
Where's the nearest spa?
spa.
Yeah, you know, spa.
I don't. The nearest spa. Well, there's not one.
Cucumbers, hot steamy water, massages,
Sounds very.
incense sticks. I'm assuming. I don't know. I've never been, but I've heard
sounds
about
like
it.
a Regan thing. It's definitely something for the
Since
king.
you're rich, you can open your own spa now, I guess.
You seem to know a lot about spa. When was the last time you went to a spa?
Never been. I heard
just-
about.
Oh, he's very
water.
fastidious with his nails.
You got to look after yourself.
The closest thing to what you're describing is there's supposed to be, not that I've ever been, a lovely place in the Borderlands.
Aren't we just there? Ah,
We're just there.
Thought you knew the Borderlands well, Arthur.
well, things move. New things happen. I can't know what's happening everywhere at once.
Yes, the fast.
And we're on a mission.
You
We're
are.
there to save things. People.
Yeah, not too far from All Earth, but yeah, that's the closest thing to I mean, it doesn't sound. I think it's more of a ritualistic and healing springs type event, but it sounds kind of similar to what you guys are saying. If you are looking deep for holiday, but
I'm
there's
really
always gold
good
to
at
be made.
rituals. That sounds like perfect.
Perfect. Well, we can look to set you up. Yes. I suppose the next steps are up to you. We are still expecting Gallon any day now, who somebody
yes,
was
of
asking
course.
for as well. Yes, we have had notes in that he is on the road and travelling. And actually, I'll find out who he was travelling with, because I think it may be someone that we could use. Let me find this information. I can't remember what time of day you guys went over there. When did you go over? You went right in the freaking morning, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's been a long night for some of us, so I will be taking rest. But yes, let me get someone to pull the information on who is travelling with Gallon. He will be here in less than a day. If he is someone you wish to speak to, if you want to take some downtime within Redvant, then please feel free. The drinks are always very good from the beer port. And we can start putting together a plan for what your next steps are. If you do plan on hanging around for a few days, there are and always is work to be done.
A word, if I may, Viper.
Of course.
Word has it, and your name suggests it, that you're quite a master of poisons.
I am indeed, yes. Viper isn't actually my real name, funnily enough. We all have.
Yes, I'll get it. Just whenever you have a bit of free time and you're available, I wouldn't mind learning about poisons myself.
Tingfer in the poisons. It's quite the art. Well, not one to be taken lightly, but yes, I can carve some time out for a fellow Red Hood to walk you through the ropes.
appreciate it.
Viper, do you have would there be somewhere and something to help preserve this body while I try to make contact with my sect?
We can certainly try. We can salt the body.
Can't you freeze it?
We don't tend to have freezers.
I meant Vom with his water thing.
Yes,
We do
if
ice. Do you have ice?
I mean, I can try.
if you're able to, we can definitely carve out one of the holding cells, which are self-contained units within the underground here, so they maintain a temperature. So yeah, if there wasn't, if you had ways of, if you were looking to, put it on ice, we can definitely provide water to help with the process.
Okay, let me have a think, because it's think about if I can actually do that or not.
I mean, you can freeze water, right?
I can freeze water that has no creatures in it.
No.
Does a
What
dead
about-
creature count?
What about you freeze some water? How many times can you do it?
It's a cantrip.
Twice.
Oh, twice.
Twice. Why don't we put some water
Well,
in a
two-
box,
Two.
cast it, put the
simultaneous
body
ones.
in, and then cast some water in another box, and then put
Yeah.
it on top.
You could
Like
create.
squash it under ice. Create like an ice box.
Yeah, an ice box. That's a great idea. You might be onto something there. Come back to Redvant.
Cover him in salt.
Salt. I mean, if we were to preserve a body, we would tend to salt, but there's not many bodies we preserve. But if you would like to freeze, we can definitely provide the water and the boxes for you to freeze. I wonder if I don't think.
It'd be heavy to carry frozen though.
Yes, it would be a solution for keeping keeping it
Well,
frozen
keep it
for
fresh
for a
until
period
we
of
have
time.
to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, unless we're going to head out immediately, I think we need to kind of do something to preserve. I don't know how useful the body could be to the sects if it's not preserved. So, yeah, I guess try that icebox sort of way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that it works.
Yeah, they can get some essentially they'll just get some some of the barrels of water that they'll have, only part fill them, bring them into a chamber so you can freeze them, and then lay the kind of body within the middle to keep it within this like ambient cool box.
Yeah. Okay.
Good enough. I'm not too keen on running the actual scientific process of freezing the body long enough for it to go. Yeah, some stuff I'm really gonna get into. Other stuff, it's a good enough plan. I like it. Barrels of water, frozen.
It's not the sort of thing you want to be searching on the internet, is it?
Yeah, no, I had enough of that with the zombie one. It got me in too much trouble, so we'll keep it as it is. But yeah, that will work. That will keep it fresh enough, and again that will keep the body cold to preserve it, rather than encasing it and making it fucking heavy, which filling it with water and freezing it would do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Do that for now until I work out the best way to contact them.
And I think freezing we could probably get away with freezing the body in ice, because whilst it says you can't freeze a creature, that's a live creature you're fighting against.
Yeah.
A dead creature you're trying to preserve. I think we can probably say that you could freeze it in water if you want to. Then preserve it as nice, keep it to carry it on a longer journey.
Yeah. I think that would be the case and do that.
Perfect. So yes, number one, discretion is key. Let's not have any. I'll do what I can with my guys this side, but let's keep chatter of tentacled beasts to a nil.
Yes.
Feel free
That
to.
includes you, Zaga, talking
Wait,
talking
what?
of vampires with tentacles.
I can't tell anyone we killed a vampire.
No.
I mean, yeah, no, you actually, to be fair, this time, yes, you can tell people we killed a vampire. I think that's the best way to go about this.
I go and try and high five Zaga. Get in!
I'm a certified vampire slayer.
Yep.
Zaga, don't leave me hanging.
Zaga leaves him hanging.
Sure, call you Buffy.
Wow.
I put my hand behind my head and
Head,
kind of
yeah.
scratch my neck.
We all saw it. We all saw that. But no, do let us know. Please take a rest. Like I say, we will inquire into Gallen's arrival, but I know we've had contact with him on the road, and I know he is not far out. So, yes, if you have money to spend on items you were looking for, he is the man to speak to. And then I will find out any more information. But like I say, once you are ready, the work doesn't stop. There is work to be done in the Hot Valley area, definitely. We are not ready to open yet, but yes, there's some stuff that you could turn your hands to, as well as some more issues around the port area. So I always have work, but yes, you probably deserve at least half a day's rest at least, right? She stands up and goes to leave. She says, right, you feel free to use the room as long as possible. I shall go and start giving the orders to quell any tentacle discussion. And if you need me, you know where to find me. Otter, if you, want to go through, find me, give me a few hours and find me later and we'll go through the basics.
Hector waves his little paw.
She goes to give a wave back and then realises she's waving at a weasel. That's strange.
Hector's
So, what would you guys like to do? It is barely mid-morning. You got there nice and early. Viper is off to sleep because probably did not sleep whilst you guys were sleeping and resting, getting prepping to go out. So a lot of those guys that were on that watch will be taking their rest now. But you have, bit of time until.
Like to go and pick up my
Nice.
shield.
Yep.
Zaga will go with him because he's got this breastplate he wants to get examined.
Nice.
Around with the ring.
Well, those that are staying in, we can do their things then. So you want to spend some time with the ring, Faywin,
Yeah.
Von,
and the
what-
necklace.
and the necklace. Cool. Von, what were you going to do?
So, I got one question, because obviously I know it's in the inventory now. So I'm guessing the other rings
Yes.
we've now been with long enough to know what they are now.
Yeah. Yes. No, but you could spend a bit of time to work out what they are. Yeah, and they
Okay.
you would have felt their as you go through, you would have felt that their power kind of disappeared when Zarkul was extinguished. That whatever they were useful for had dropped because of whatever spell was held with them. So yes, you now know that you have single spell rings of spell storing.
Okay. Well, if we're sitting around for long enough, I want to obviously, I want to examine that then. And also, I would like to, as I did before for the potion of healing,
Yep.
I would like to do the same thing for the potion of restoration that I've got.
Potions of restoration. Yes. So. So you can take a bit of it, do a bit of testing with your herbalism kit to try and discern the level. Let me get the recipe. Cool. So give me a d20 roll plus your proficiency. You're proficient with herbalism tools, right? So d20 plus proficiency plus your potion making level modifier, which is actually 0 at the moment.
I was going to say it's probably 0 right now,
It's
right?
0 at the moment.
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's a 9.
A 9. You knew that they were made, that it was primarily had the diamond mushrooms in, which is lucky because that's the main ingredient. You know that one of the other ingredients you can tell is an oil, but there's another ingredient you haven't quite got yet. So you haven't quite got the full learning of the recipe yet.
Okay.
If we're still waiting, I'll go and see Al with these vials.
Yep, nice. So you take the vials over to see our good friend Al the chemist. It's not Al. How dare you make me use your names? I shouldn't do it. Cool.
Did you actually give him a name?
No, he's just called the alchemist.
Or is that Snape, this one, isn't he?
Yeah, he just is known as the alchemist. He's a very mysterious character. So you make your way, Ottar, over to pick up, and you would know, being around a bit more longer, that if you were going to go and grab a basic poisonous kit, that probably the alchemist is where you would go to pick up some stuff. Maybe Grakar might have some fucking weavery, stupid nicknames get in my head. It might have one, but you'd probably want a decent kit. You'd definitely get from the alchemist. So what do you want to do? Oh, you can do it.
Yeah, I just want to give him these vials. Found these at the warehouse that we were just at, and although you might be able to make some sense of what's in them and what they do.
Interesting. And he goes, puts his hand out to take them. You can see his hand is like quite long, like his fingers are quite long. They're not like talon nails, but just like very elongated fingers for the hand, kind of skinny, as he holds his hand out to take them from you. And like with the long clasp, can pick up at least 3 of them, like in one big swoop. It takes him over. You see, he goes over to his, and he has a like a copper chalice on the side there, and he takes a cork out of one, drops a drop into the chalice, and then puts the cork back in. Does it with each of them, and on the last one, the larger bottle, takes it out and drops it in, and goes, passes it back to you and says, "This one's poison," and it's the red one. And as you, oh no, you don't look at it because you're a different person. As you look at it, this looks like it looks like the most healing potion you would have thought out of all of them, but it isn't. He's just told you it's a poison. And as you look, you can see there's a slight, like more syrupy texture to it. So it is a potion of whatever that is called. It's not poison. Well, it might be called a potion of poison, actually. It's the one that looks like a healing potion, but it's actually a potion of poison.
Or Corin.
As he goes through and tests the other one, he comes back and explains that they are all, whilst strange looking, all are potions of healing. Basic potions of healing.
Nice.
So you have one potion of healing that's actually poison, and the others are potions of healing. He then turns to you and just passes a folded piece of paper and says, "Please give this to the kobold. It is the shopping list."
No problem. Did you sell poisonous kits here?
I do. One full starter's kit.
Please. How much is that?
I'll sell it to you. I don't remember the price of things. He gives you enough to do a first couple of levels. It will be... This will give you enough to train for at least 5 days. It is 50 gold.
I'll take it. So that's just a general poisonous kit.
General poisonous kit, yep. You don't have proficiency, so you can't add to it, but there's a daily cost for training that is covered for the 5 days.
Okay. So the poison, just a basic poison vial? Or system?
No, it's. I'm sure it's on there. If you can't find it, it's called...
Potion of poison.
Potion of poison. So it looks like a potion of healing, but it's actually a potion of poison. The one that Corin drank and got knocked unconscious with. It would look similar to that if you had been Corin, but you're not.
Miss you, Corin.
Rest in peace,
Appreciate that, thank you. I go back and I pass Zaga the note.
Hey, is this from Al?
It is. It's your shopping list, I think.
Are you ready?
Let's see. I'll look at that later.
Okay.
So, we're gonna go to the blacksmiths?
Sure.
Arta. What is your plan?
Nap.
Nap. Like it.
Yeah, not even. I don't even think I'm going to go for a long rest because it's still relatively early in the day. I think I'm just going to have like an afternoon nap. Like,
yeah.
You know, rub down my wounds. That's not the right word. Rub down my wounds.
Yep.
You know, get a bit of some bandages out, clean the blood off, maybe wash my clothes, dry them on the washing line outside.
It's a really productive day.
Yeah, no, I'll do some housework basically.
Early morning, kill a mind flayer. Afternoon, clean my clothes. I like it.
What were you saying, Kins?
Just that you're the cleanest tiefling ever. You have the cleanest nails. You have clean clothes. It's just really impressive.
I don't know if that's a slight against my race, so I'm just going to pretend it's not and leave it at that.
Should know many tieflings.
And then I walk away.
I know Lilith. She was a fucking grubby little bitch.
How dare you, poor Lilith, speak ill of the dead, half-converted mind flayers. Perfect. So you guys head on down to the blacksmiths. Fabian, you want to spend time with Zaring?
Yeah.
Cool. You and as I said, it's the top of it is larger, where it has this like bluey purple gem that has these cracked lines through it, where you can see the rose gold, and then the band itself. As you spend time trying to work out what is going on, and you pop the ring on, you realise that one of the first things you can do is turn the ring invisible, which is good. So you like go to grab it, and you're like, oh, not you invisible, just the ring itself, so you can wear the ring without the ring showing in your hands. And as you're like trying to work out more of the powers and attune to it and kind of get a feel for what might be going on with this, you hear in your head, hello? Oh, do I?
Hello.
Are you, who is wearing the ring?
Depends who's asking.
Well, don't freak out, because this normally gets people. I'm in the ring.
Okay. How are you in the ring?
Well, it's a long and boring story, but essentially, if you, I had the ring. I was one of the ring's owners, and I died, and now I'm living the ring. So, I'm just a soul trapped, unfortunately. But nice to meet somebody new.
What's your name?
My name is Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey. Hello.
Yes. It's been a while. The ring has passed through a few hands over a couple of years, but nice to hear a new voice. I mainly stay quiet if you need me to. Some people are quite mean, but it is kind of boring in here. So, yeah, I'm always here if you ever need a little chat.
Oh, like a friend?
Well, I mean, yes, if you need a friend that way, that's fine. I just, honestly, it's... I don't know if you could ever imagine what it's like being a soul that's trapped in the ring. But yes, this ring has many powers. Would you like me to give you a little rundown?
Yes, Jeffrey, please.
It's honestly, I'm in here. So if you die, unfortunately, you cannot enter the ring unless you find a way of getting me out of the ring. If you ever find a way of getting me out of the ring, I'll be eternally grateful, unless it's just to send me on to the afterlife, although maybe that might be time for... But that's one thing to watch out for. If you die and I'm in here, unfortunately, you can't come in. But if I leave the ring and it's empty, if you die, your soul gets sucked up inside the mind ring. I didn't realize this before my demise. Also, you can turn the ring invisible if you'd like. And the most important thing the ring does is stops anyone getting in your head. Any little pesky people, apart from me, of course. So as long as you have the ring and you are attuned to it, you can allow people to telepathically communicate with you or block them. So consider your mind shielded.
Can I... Not that I'm going to do it, Jeffrey, but could I shield you from talking to me?
No, unfortunately, I'm the only one you can't shield from.
Okay. Do you want to be in the ring? Do you want to get out?
It's interesting. If you could put me, back into a body and I could live again, then yes, 100% I would like to leave the ring. But I've had some people, threaten to remove me from the ring, where that wasn't going to really be the case. So I don't think I want to die, even though I'm technically dead, maybe? But yes, either way, I'm here. I will pop up every so often if you need. But yes, the ring
Were you
itself is
magic
wonderful.
Before, were you magic when you were alive?
Was I was I magic?
Like a wizard or something?
I had some powers, yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, get yourself
We'll
nice and
chat
settled.
Pagan
with
gets
more.
all the useless friends, doesn't she?
Listen, I'm gonna get him in your body if you're not careful.
Put him in Hector's body.
Jeffrey takes over Hector's body and becomes. I mean, you
Maybe I
look for
could
ways.
get another pet and he could become that pet.
Be a wizard weasel.
Oh,
maybe a little
wizard
troll.
weasel. Oh my god, a wizard weasel. But yes,
So,
so
John.
you now have, if you would like to add to your inventory, a ring of mind shielding.
Thank you.
Featuring Jeffrey.
Yes.
My never Jeff.
By that was Jeff. I kept seeing that clip and it just stuck in my head.
Oh my god, it's so ugly.
Oh yeah, I told you it was bulbous. But you can make it invisible.
Yeah,
It also
I've-
means that you choose. It's almost like you get a ping when someone's trying to telepathically communicate with you, and you can decide whether they can or cannot get in.
Touching ghost fun.
Sorry, just to clarify, I'd need to be wearing the necklace and that, or just that?
No, this is a separate thing.
Okay.
So the necklace lets you communicate with people.
Right.
This stops people being able to communicate with you unless you allow it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. So yes, you have a ring of man shielding with a man named Jeffrey inside.
Jeffrey sounds suspicious. I wouldn't want to put him into my body.
I'm
You
going
know
to
you
get
say that
into
kind of
your body and I'm going to eat it up. Cool. So that's your piece. So the boys on the road trip. The road trip to the place I was supposed to look
Chilver's
up.
place?
What's supposed to do that? You're going to
What's Chilver's
Chilver's Armory, wasn't it? Chilver's.
All I know is we're going to a blacksmith.
Yeah, you're going to blacksmith. You had down. Oh god, this is a test. Did I write down what you paid already?
25 gold deposit.
Remember, it's
25
burned,
gold.
so whatever he is, half it.
No, you know, I've just checked. I lied. I did have it written down. I just wanted to double check it was right. Well, I didn't want to. Yeah, anyway. You make your way to Chilver's.
Oh, just before we left,
Yep.
while I was with the group, I asked if anybody wanted a basic short sword that I picked up.
No. Does anybody want a shield?
Nope.
I kind of hold my shield up. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I
guess
could have
that's-
two, but
Zaga, any use for you?
No, I can't use a shield very well.
Never mind.
Oh well, that's a shame. Nice.
Sorry, can I go with them as well?
Yeah, anyone wants to go down to Chilver's and get down to Chilver's. Chilver's
No,
Blade.
no girls allowed, like Herb's Baldur's Gate Street.
Oh yeah, but Chilver is a big female tiefling, so technically she's allowed.
Just
No
for this.
kobolds allowed?
No kobolds.
No girls allowed. Oh, that would be a good one. So you make your way down. Yep. Through as the day is kicking off, by the time you're gonna have to give it a couple of hours to like let people get going and stuff. So as you get down there, you can see Chilver's in there and she's starting to get the bellows going on the furnace, getting the heat up in the middle. Big kiln piece she's using. She's not working on anything as she goes tying up. She hears you arriving. Oh, I forgot what accent she does.
Doesn't matter.
Southern.
Oh yeah. Well, nice and early, bright and early. Good to see you boys and girls.
Just wondering then if you managed to get that shield made.
You see like as she goes through, she like clocks and then recognizes your face. Ah yes, the shield. I do have it back here. Give me 1 second. And she like gives the bellows another like a big old couple of things. You feel the heat coming off the thing as she goes out the back and grabs the shield. Which is exactly to your specifications as you asked for. And then
Looks fantastic.
holds it up on her arm and then kind of like flips it over and then passes over to you. Tell me what you think.
Looks exactly how I like it. Thank you very much.
Do be honest. I do love a fine bit of work.
Yeah, I just wondered. I have the shield here that I acquired already. Just wondered if you'd want to, maybe part exchange that as part of the deal. If you'd be interested in it.
I can take, and she like takes it and looks at it. She's like, yeah, it's nothing too special, not my design, obviously, but I can break that down. I can probably give you some of the money back for that. Yours was just a fancy shield, wasn't it?
It was whatever I picked up off that fire.
Yeah, yeah. So she'll knock off 10 gold for the exchange of the shield.
And I placed my obsidian warhammer down on the top. What about this?
What about this?
Does this take your fancy?
I mean, this kiln isn't gonna. There's not much I can do with that, but take it on and sell it to somebody else. And unfortunately, there ain't too many adventuring types coming through Redvant at the moment. So, if I could melt it down and use it, potentially, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to melt that down. It's a lovely.
You think you'd be able to sell it on?
Hey, what? Sorry.
You don't think you'd be able to sell this on? I mean, it's a mighty fine hammer.
And I can see that it is a mighty fine hammer, but I don't know if you've noticed the Red Hoods do most of the business around here, and they ain't ones for really smashing. So I'll wait and see if any adventurers pass through, but unfortunately there's not a great amount of passing trade.
No worries. I thought best I'd ask.
Oh,
So what's that? That I owe you 115 after taking off the shield.
Mm-hmm.
I count out the money and hand it over.
Nice. She just like scoops it into like a big pouch on the side and pulls the side like.
Appreciate it. I'll make sure if anybody asks where I got it from.
Oh, you do that. Make sure you look after it. Best form of defense is not to get hit at all, but that will keep you safe.
Thank you very much.
She looks to Zyger and Fabian. Anything I can do for yourselves?
Yeah, I got a couple of things I wanted to ask you about. Firstly, same as my friend here. I got a couple of things I was looking to get rid of real quick. I didn't know if you'd be interested in taking them.
I do like to sell more than I like to buy, but what do you got?
Just a couple of basic things. I got this short sword. I got a rapier. I got a couple of daggers.
And she like, as she pop out the table, she can see this. It's like, oh god, here we go again. Like shilling off dead people's stuff. I was like, oh okay. Well, I mean, you ain't gonna get
the
much.
daggers and the rapier aren't dead people's stuff. The short sword is.
In her head, when one group come in with like 5 weapons, they're just trying to get rid of. It's very much just get rid of. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to melt these fuckers down just in case. What do you have there? What did you say you have? A rapier?
Rapier, a short sword, and a couple of daggers that I brought with me from the Isle of Draka.
I have 2 daggers to sell as well.
You also want to get rid of. I mean, what am I going to do with 4 daggers?
Mine are from Warhammer.
That's mighty fine, man.
It's not what she asked, Faywin.
You not got too many.
To be honest, I don't need this stuff, and I'm not going to be too fussy on the price.
Okay, if I'm going to have to melt these down. Are you looking to buy anything on the, or just sell?
I wanted to actually get you to take a look at something and see if you could identify it for me.
Okay, that doesn't sound like buying, but okay. Okay, if we're not buying, I can definitely take these off your hands. I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's not gonna be the best price in the world. We're talking. It could be 20 gold in all for everything.
Does that include Faywin's daggers?
That includes the daggers, yes.
Yeah, fine. I don't even check with Faywin. I just agree to it.
She like.
And
You can see the the sword and the rapier. She just launches into like a pile of stuff. The dagger she keeps one side. Daggers probably have more of a use for selling in red than the others. But so, what do you got for me?
Well, I've got this breastplate that I discovered recently. It's a pretty nice piece, but I don't know much about the material it's made of or anything else.
Where?
And I produced the breastplate with the vampire tentacle.
Nice. She's like, okay. Vampire tentacle. Fuck you. No, it's worth absolutely jack shit. No, this is worthless. It's funny. It punches a hole straight through it. It's carbon fiber. Wow, this is some tough ass material. You do not see a lot of this knocking around. She's like, this the embellishment, the plate on it is your standard steel, but the breastplate itself is a material that's I think it's called adamantine.
I know what?
Yeah, it's come. You don't see a lot. Mainly the Diamond Mountains, the dwarfs. They seem to hold all of that stuff with the gold and the
Hey,
silver.
it's from the Diamond Mountains?
Yeah, it's from the Diamond Mountains. Well, the material itself is from the Diamond Mountains. I don't know what this little emblem is, but yeah, breastplate made of this material is very nice.
It sounds like it's my heritage. Okay, so it's made of adamantine. Is that stuff strong? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's strong. I mean, stronger than your standard steel.
Sweet. Do you know how much it might be worth?
I mean, this is it's a specialist material, not quite as strong as your friend's obsidian blades and stuff, but yeah, only and I hate to not put myself in this bracket, but only the most skilled and the most well-equipped smiths can do anything with this material.
It's breastplate, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Just leave this with me for the moment. I'm just thinking about something.
Okay. But yeah, it's yeah. If you just stumbled upon that, you are a very lucky man indeed. But yeah, it's a very very lovely substance to be wearing. If an armor was what you required for whatever you'd be doing.
How much do I owe you for identifying that for me?
Whatever you feel is required. We've done some business today. Like I say, I like to keep a good reputation with my potential customers when they come back, especially types like yourself.
I throw her back 2 gold pieces.
Nice. It's like, thank you very much.
Can I test the strength of the breastplate with my hammer?
You gonna put it on him?
No, I just want to smash it on the table with the hammer.
And I'm guessing that inventory-wise, that is just adamantine.
Adamantine breastplate, yeah.
Sweet.
Is that heavy or medium?
It's medium, so I still can't wear it.
Hello?
You aren't here.
Bugger.
I did us. You'll learn to share something.
Arthur suddenly wakes up from his nap.
Yeah. I feel a
Any
disturbance in
critical
the
hit
force.
against it comes a normal hit.
It's nasty because I will fucking hate it.
It's just a shame.
It's not a massively. I think it's 14
Yeah,
plus
it's 14
max dex modifier because it's a breastplate, but no disadvantage on it. But yeah, that any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit. Is when it comes in clutch. But it's adamantine, so if you can keep it, and if you find someone, they can smelt down and try and look at turning it into something else. But you're gonna have to find the right
I had a
smith to
look
do so.
in D&D Beyond because I was just when she was talking about the material, and there's nothing in there that's a light armor. It's all medium or heavy for adamantine.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
it's
can't
super
be turned
strong.
into a light armor.
We need to find a Grimforge.
Yeah.
Find a construct.
What? I'm not stealing everything for Baldur's Gate.
But yeah, I'll keep that on my person for now.
Lovely. Anything else I can do for you fine fellows?
Awen, was there anything else?
No, that's it. I was just trying to clear a bit of my bag. I'm becoming a bit of a hoarder.
Well, yeah, I know the problem. And she like points back, and you can just see like buckets and bins full of just like swords that are like turned up, and she's just like, "Yep, can't melt them all down." Lovely.
Well, have a good day. Oh, have you heard anything from the dwarf across the way?
Ah, she is well gone. She packed up. Shop was closed up. She gave me some. I mean, part of the hoarding problem. Gave me some stuff to try and get rid of as well. Said she was heading back to the Diamond Mountains.
Yeah, that's what she said when we saved her life. Okay.
You sound disappointed.
No, she gave me some nice armor. I don't know who took that mithril armor that she gave me.
Faywin wiggles her chest.
Wait, are you saying it's you, or are you coming on to me?
I'm saying it's me.
Okay.
Quite clearly. I mean, even I can see that. She like looks at you, Faywin, like, ooh, okay.
I shake my head and roll my eyes.
A lot of confidence for
Well,
a
it
little
looks
man.
like we're done here.
Well, like I say, anything you need, you come by. I'll do what I can.
Appreciate the help.
Lovely. Make your way back.
Yep.
Making our way downtown.
Make your way through the town. Perfecto. Walking through the town, or walking through, or going? Are you going to hit tunnels? Get some fresh air, or?
Zaga's in a good mood. He'll take a
It's nice and early. Nice. It's cool.
He's killed a
morning.
vampire today. You know, he's not worried about anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as I think, there's like a confidence of defeating something in the morning, and then getting to roam the streets with the one thing you were worried about being gone. As you walk through a fairly busy morning here in Redvant, nice and cool, as you go in via the pub route to Physician Shamrock. Anyone else want to pick up any other bits?
I do want to figure out what this cloak I got off Lilith is, but you know, if anyone else, if we're doing anything, I can wait on that.
Is there any? It might be for Gavin, whatever he's called. About the
Gavin, now you're doing it.
Alan.
fire. Or...
Jeffrey.
No, not the ring man. The
Alan.
magic man.
Yeah.
It comes from down your way.
Oh, Gavin, yeah.
For the arrow thing that I
Ask him where Stacy is.
There is. Oh.
Ordering 2 lambooners.
For
You can speak to. Galen would be one to speak to as well. He's a traveling merchant.
He's turning up today.
Yeah, he's close, so yeah, it should
Okay,
be.
then I'll examine the cloak until he gets it.
Cool. You can
I'll take a short rest.
with the ones that you've. Yeah, if you want to take a short rest now. With the ones that you've fired, you can or the ones you've got on you, you can essentially look to break them down and work out how you might craft them and what you might need to craft them.
Okay, so I can do that with one of them that I've got.
Yeah, so any of the ones that you've got, you have the ability to remake those, but with the specific parts.
Okay, cool. Could I do that, please?
Yeah, so you can spend some time. I'm just trying to think, because there's others that you won't have seen, but we'll have them there.
Yeah.
What ones did you have on you?
The only ones I've got are the arrows of fire.
Right, okay.
So I've got 2 left, so I can get rid of one. And then
Yep.
the others I've just got acid vials. I don't actually know. I haven't got one yet.
Okay. Yeah, if you want, we can do like an intelligence roll to do enough to be like, how would I? Because really, what you're trying to do is almost like stepping into artificer world or not even a blacksmith world, where you're trying to work out how you would take an arrow that requires to be fired with like a ballistics. Like the reason arrows fire as far as they do is because that they are aerodynamic and they don't have stuff hanging off them. How you then either coat or position things to create. So if you was just to tape an acid vial to the edge of the arrow, you know it's going to span your arrow off. So how it's almost using intelligence checks to work out how you'd create it back. When you've got the fire arrow, you know that you just need the essentially a potion or something that can create fire, and you know how to put it on the arrow. So you need to find a way of getting alchemist fire, essentially.
Oh, before I forget, seeing as we're taking a short rest, I will use my Song of Rest thing that I always forget about. I have no idea where that is on my sheet.
Feats, maybe? Right down the bottom. Is that
Oh,
for everyone,
yeah,
right?
you can roll an extra 1d6 to heal yourselves if you're taking a short rest.
Yeah. So if you're taking a short rest and more hit dice, then you go for that.
I've just used all of mine because I got
This is
rolls.
Oh, nice.
I was so low. Thank you.
So yeah, we'll go through the arrows. So yeah, for an arrow of fire, you need arrow and alchemist fire, which is like a
Not a
potion.
fireball.
Not
Just
fireball,
green.
no. There are many different arrows. That's just one that
Yeah.
you know in there. So yeah, alchemist fire is something that can be created. It's something that, with the guys that are looking into the crafting stuff, that they may be able to craft as well to help along if you want to build them yourself, or it's something you can go and try and buy.
So I could buy it, like, technically in a magic shop. I could be like, I want to buy.
Yeah, or from an alchemist. It's called alchemist fire. Just to,
Okie dokie.
Uh,
So I've
so
deleted
anyways-
one.
Al the chemist.
I've deleted one arrow of fire, so I've only got one left now from the original fire.
oh no, you don't need to delete it. You would just use it. The arrow of fire is fine. If you were gonna do the yeah, you're not for breaking it down. No, you keep them. What it will be is if you have the alchemist fire and you will have arrows, we'll charge you some money for buying arrows for this purpose. Otherwise, you could just make
Yeah, yeah.
fuck ton forever. There'll be like an intelligence roll to see how well you succeed and lose.
Okay.
So if you do really bad, you might lose the alchemist fire, which will be pain. If you do really well, you could end up making more than you wanted, and if you do really, really well, you can make a really, really strong arrow. So there's a bit of luck in there of how much you want to check and what you want to put down to a dice roll.
Got it.
And then the more arrows you find, you can, when you get hold of one, you can break them down. So there are other arrows that do other things that can be found or bought or stolen in the world.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I was saying as well, Zaga, you will have spent enough time with the ring, and you would have felt the power from the ring that you had stolen from the rival
Yeah,
before.
I'm actually going to hand that ring off to Otter.
So, I got through the rings. They are essentially scaled down. Single storage ring of spell storing, which means you can cast a spell into the ring, and the ring holds the spell until the person that is attuned to the ring decides to cast it. So you can cast a spell into a ring at night and keep it for as many days as you want, but you can't change that out without dispelling it and casting it again. But you could also, anyone can cast a spell into the ring regardless of who's wearing it. So non-spellcasters can wear the ring to cast the spell that's put in there. You just have to make sure you put the spell into the ring before.
Does that take a spell slot?
No.
When you cast it into the ring.
When you cast it into the ring, it uses a spell slot. But if you have a spare spell slot and you have an empty slot, you could cast it. But you have to pick what you're casting into the ring. If you cast the spell into the ring and hand it off, they use your spell casting modifiers as if you as the character cast it, but they are casting it and they go. So a lot of them can be
How long does it stay in the ring, sorry?
Sorry?
How long does it stay in the ring?
As long as forever.
Until
Until it's dispelled or used.
Let's say we have a long rest, it doesn't reset or anything, it's just as
Nope.
No, it's as long as the ring's attuned to
long as
someone,
you're attuned
to that person.
But
So if you was to do it for someone else, they'd have to already have the ring on.
yeah, they'd have to
It just mean with like having the 2 spell slots, I could cast one, have a long rest, and then have essentially 3 spells.
if you end
Everyone
up
pick
with
the
a
silliest
thing.
spells
Yeah.
and put them in the ring.
So that's the hardest bit, is you have to load the spell. You don't just load it up with a spell slot, you load up with a spell. You then tell me what you...
Specific spell, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going to load up a spell, you cast it what it is, and then we'll take note of what it is. So there's no burn skullduggery going on.
But
but
the idea for
essentially, yeah,
you is to cast it before you take a rest. So it's just spell slots and you've got a third spell there.
they're nice. But these are scaled down ones. The other thing that can be done with these is they can be magnetized together boop, to create a 2-slot spell ring. Which can
What's the
hold.
ring called?
It's
Ring
called the...
single spell story.
There you go.
Jeez.
Actually, the warlock will be a problem because you cast your spells at max level.
Yes.
It can only hold first level spells.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to store anything in it.
First level spells.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
I didn't know about what.
Say first level
Yeah,
spells.
yeah. First level spells only, yeah. Unless you combine it together, it can hold.
I mean, I do have first level spells.
Yeah. Not cantrips.
So I could do speak with animals, put it in the ring, and the person that uses it.
For example, Hellish Rebuke's a first level spell. So would I be able to cast that at first level?
That's a reaction spell, though.
Yeah.
So you can't.
What about if someone hits him and then he
No, you
puts
put
it
it
in the ring?
into the ring, and he's still using the spell.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's not. You're at the action for that as a reaction, which makes it a bit squiffy. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for warlocks.
In that case, I'm not going to give it to.
No. You
Otto
can
because
you can give it to him, and then you can cast spells into it, so he has other spells available. But yeah, because you cast at max level, it can only hold 2. So unless you still won't, because you cast at 3rd level now, right?
Me.
Yeah. So you already get like buffed spells. But yeah, if you put the 2 rings together, it has 2 slots, which can hold then 2 first level spells or 1 second level spell. But you have to. That means you only get, instead of having 2 rings knocking around, you only have 1 ring knocking around. So depending on how many you're going to get from people, you could have had up to a 4th level, but you only got 2.
Does Arthur or Faywin want this ring of spell story?
Arthur is still napping, so does not know they exist.
It might be worth if Arta cast a healing spell or something in it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And then give it-
Arthur cast spirit guardians in it.
Because
Or
mine would
even
just
better, cool lightning and then gives it to Zaga.
But that's
Oh,
a 3rd level spell, and it won't go in the ring.
Oh,
First
of
level
course, it's
spell,
first
yeah.
level.
Yeah.
No, I think because my only first level would be speak with animals, and you not.
Yeah, but you can wear
can
it,
wear
and
it.
someone else.
Yeah.
You can then cast someone else's spell from it.
Yeah, and if I cast the spell into it, and then you use the spell because you're wearing the ring, then it uses my spell casting ability.
It's a bit more of a tactical one for you guys to work out. So it's like, who's
Yeah.
best having it to be able to have someone else's spell in it, or is it worth it for one person to have it to be able to use up the spell slot?
Can we discuss and then come back?
Yeah. It takes an hour to attune, right? So you can attune most of the time. You guys have got hours left over before you're sleeping and stuff, so you can always attune and then.
Yeah.
Just
and
then
then
we can have a
cast
look
spell.
at who's got what.
Yeah. So mainly it's just you want to be. It's one of those that at the end of the day you want to remember: did we use a spell, or has the ring still got the spells in it? And if it hasn't, has anyone got spell slots they want to load the ring up with, just with anything, just in case? Because you're going to get if you're going to long rest, you're going to get your spell slots back anyway. So it's just a way of saving some up. So yeah, it's a nice little
Zaga
tactical.
keeps it, he's just going to constantly have dissonant whispers in there.
It's fine. All of my enemies have got advantage on wisdom saving throws and no ears. So.
But the cloak.
Yep. The cloak is cool as fuck. The cloak is the cloak of the bat.
Another dog.
Wait, does that mean I'm Batman?
It means you're a vampire.
It means you are a vampire. But you don't know what a vampire is, so you're not a vampire, you're actually Batman. Yeah, cloak of the bat is quite cool. I've typed in the wrong fucking... Cloak of the bat.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping this one.
Yeah. Remember, guys, you can always share stuff around. It's an attunable one as well, though.
Oh yeah, I'm giving away the breastplate and the ring. I'm keeping this cloak though.
Yeah, so you can go and wake Arthur up from his nap to go through and do stuff later in the day. So yeah, the cloak gives you advantage on stealth checks in areas of dim or light or darkness, and you can grip the edges of the cloak to fly at a speed of 40 feet.
Zaga can fly.
If you ever fail
He's
to
one
grip
step
the
closer
cloak,
to being a dragon.
if you
I
ever
have
fail
be
to
in
grip
dim
the
light
cloak's
or darkness
edges,
to use the flying though.
yeah,
It's a good job he knows somebody who can cast darkness.
2 people that can cast darkness, you mean?
I was going to say
Oh, I can also transform into a bat.
you can cast polymorph once per long rest, is it?
I can.
Yeah.
It's not per long rest. It's per
next dawn.
until the dawn.
Yeah, sorry, per next day.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I hear bats the natural enemies of weasels.
I am literally a vampire now.
Mm-hmm. That's what was quite funny when you were like going on about vampires, and I was like, oh, I mean, technically one of them does have a cloak of a bat, which is. This is what Lilith had when she was darting between the roofs.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm keeping this one.
Nice.
Zaga can fly, bitches.
Can't wait to attack specifically your hands, so you let go of the cloak and fall. I fly 40 foot in the air. I'm like, cool, I attack you. Hold your concentration for your hands. Oh no, you fell to your death. Oh no. How did that happen? But yeah, it's a pretty fucking cool cloak. That's everything everyone had?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, if you take a
We
short
will
rest...
discuss who gets the ring and the breastplate.
Yeah. Yeah, the breastplate you're just going to look at. It's, like I say, it's not super... What's going to give you? Max 16 AC. Yeah. But it does turn...
If people have shields, then 18.
Yes, if people have shields, then 18. But it does turn crits into non-crits, which can be nice in some metals. But if not, it's worth it. It's a very strong metal that is kind of rare, so it can be turned into other things potentially. If you find the right smiths. Nice.
Yes, we're just waiting on Callan then.
Yep. So Callan never turns up because Gallon does. You hear a rumble. Yeah, you hear a bit of a rumble. So as you're like sitting around having naps, or having some drinks and sorting out, attuning to stuff, chatting about about who's got what gear and how your gear's going to work, and there would be parts of you actually doing in character tactical chat as well once you find out what stuff is going on. Also, you haven't really sat down and stopped from finding all this shit over over a couple of days, but you start to hear a bit of a buzz around. As coming down the stairs, you hear like the clink of almost like spurs. Sounds like spurs on leather boots as they walk down the stairs. And then you hear a couple, as you're like in and knocking around the mess hall area, you hear a few of the Red Hoods come out. And you see Gloom, the little gnome guy with the quiff running in. He's like, Gallon's here! As he comes in the front door.
Wait, is Gloom the one we accidentally smacked in the face last time?
Yeah. Poor Gloom. He's a good lad. Walking through is what I can only describe is a man that looks much like a cowboy. Human, slightly older, big, thick mustache. Not that twizzles out, but like the brush ones comes over most of his.
Like Alex's.
Bit stronger than Alex's. Bit stronger than Alex's. More cowboy-like. Big, brimmed cowboy hat. Brown leathers across most of his arms, like the waist jacket thing, and then these big leather boots with these metal spurs. When you see that, you can see that they've got like a nasty old toe spike on the front of them as well, and that plate runs across the back of the boots to the back where there's a spur. Look to be somewhat defensive as well as decorative as he walks in. It's just like, well, I'm back, boys and girls. Let's get some drinks going. And people are like, and there's a bit of a buzz around this guy as he has a little crowd of people following around. Parking his armament upstairs and making his way downstairs. You see middle-aged human Gallon appear.
Hi.
He doesn't pay any attention. He goes straight up and he starts getting beer straight away with his big like Guinness tash that he gets with one big sip as he takes good half glug of beer, but it sounds like well. He looks around. You see him looking for someone else. Viper comes in not many minutes after and goes and is fairly she's not been cold. She's been quite friendly with you guys actually, but you can see that there's some there's a friendship there with her and Gallon. No, I don't think from this distance you wouldn't see it as anything more than. But you can tell that she's friendly with Gallon at least. As she's she looks around and kind of points to you lot, and he gives you a little look across, dodge it hat out, and just kind of tips his cap, gives a little nod, and then carries on drinking. And this goes on. Are you guys going to stay and drink in the mess hall for a bit, or are you going to dot around?
People drinking, I'm drinking.
Yeah. There's a bit of there's a mix of that. A big job has gone down and gone well. A lot of people have come back. No one died. So there's a bit of celebration going on, and then Gallon being here on top of that, it's just let's go fucking crazy, baby. And yeah, probably 30 minutes goes by before it all calms down a little bit, and he kind of saunters over to you guys, leans a hand on the back of the chair, and he's like, well, got some new faces in town, have we? Viper, tell me you might need my services.
Yeah, that's right, Callum.
Hi.
The name's Gallon, my little friend. You should remember that.
That's what I said, Callum.
Okay, this one's off the table. We don't fuck around here, boys and girls. The name's Gallon, little man.
Gallon, like water?
It's better than what you
a liter, but a gallon?
Close enough. So he turns to the rest of you. He's like, so, how can I be of service?
You got any interest in items for sale?
I mean, all I sell is interesting items. What do you deem interesting? He like does that proper cheese. He spins the chair around, side saddles it.
Are we in dim light or darkness?
No, you're in bright light. And you haven't had an hour to attune to the back.
What are some of your favorites that you have on offer?
I'm not going to go through a catalog here in the pub. This is crazy. You come up with a list of what you might need, jobs you want me to look at, things you want me to appraise. We can go up to the wagon. We can take a little look at what's there. But really, you're going to have to come up with some ideas. Because I got shit tons of stuff.
Well, I got an idea.
Dagger, wait 1 second.
Why?
Pulls
What are we
Dagger
doing?
aside. It's like, is this to do with the antler?
Hell yeah, it is.
You're looking to just sell it, or
No, I want something useful. I've got an idea.
okay? Carry on.
I turn back to what's his name and repeat what I said originally. I have an idea.
I'm waiting to hear your idea.
I produce the antler. I say I took this off one of them. What is it called?
Kadir.
A Kadir.
A Kadir antler, intact
Yeah.
as well. Okay.
And I wanted to know if I could have it fashioned into something that would help me use its properties. 'Cause when we were fighting the thing, it seemed to nullify and store a spell when we cast it. And I was hoping I could get something that could nullify spells when they cast at me.
You okay? You want to try and harness what is in the Kadir antler?
Yeah.
Okay, there's some stuff we might be able to do with this. I mean, I'm not
I
sure.
also have a tentacle from a displacer beast. Can you do anything with that? I
Right.
wave that around there.
You guys really just. I mean, where are you storing these things? You pull them out of absolutely nowhere.
My backpack.
Wow, that backpack must stink.
It
Displacer
probably
beasts.
does, and if I don't use this tentacle soon, then I'm gonna have to throw it out.
Yeah, displacer beasts. They are fine creatures, but normally we're gonna need more than one tentacle. How many you got?
One.
Okay. I can see, but there's not.
I have a paw from a tabaxi.
You really are. Okay. Well, let's just hold on the ideas. I mean, the Kadir antler, that's something I can work with. The displacer beast tentacle on its own, I'm not thinking it's going to be worth too much. But I can have a look. I
tabaxi
can have a
paw?
look. No, that's just the paw of a tabaxi. You might as well say I got the finger of a fucking human.
I can get one if you need one.
No, I don't need this guy. Let me take a look. So you want the antler fashioned into? When you say fashioned into something, what does it even mean?
I mean, something simple. It could be like a wand or something. Just something to nullify a spell that's cast at me.
You want a wand?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a wand. I'm just thinking it's pretty wand-shaped already, so, you don't have to do a whole lot of work on that end.
Okay.
Galen, I may have a more interesting offer in terms of these antlers, because I also have one here.
Well, fuck me.
Hey, did you get
interested.
that off Karin?
I did, yes.
Shit, I should have got that off Karin.
I was thinking more along the lines of breaking some sort of bow from the antler.
Oh,
Would you
an
need-
antler bow? Okay. Now, see, this is a direct request. I like these sort of requests because I can work with them. If they're making stuff up, I mean, it requires my intellectual, my creative brain, and I don't want to use that all the time. But a bow, I've made antler bows before. Same thing.
I mean, I told you a wand. That pretty much sums up everything you just said as well.
You can have a wand there, my little friend. Perfect. A bow.
Spelliamus.
I'm gonna fucking kill this little. So I mean, I'm assuming you want to harness the same sort of abilities.
I mean, if possible, yes.
Okay. I mean, the main thing I use antler bows for normally is to give us some. And he goes to take it from me. He's like, "Can I show you?" Goes to take it from me. If that's good. So as he holds it up, and he goes to pull the strength on it, sees it's tight. He's like, "What these are good for normally is giving someone a little bit of close range." And he swings it forward. He's like, "They can do some serious damage as well as string from afar." So let me Okay, let me see.
Would the bow be better with a Displacer Beast tentacle?
Does the what now?
Would the bow be better if you used the Displacer Beast tentacle as well?
Use a Displacer Beast tentacle on the bow.
Yeah, here. I throw the tentacle at him.
As it hits him and falls down, he's like, "Okay, we'll get working on that wand." This is something I can definitely do. I'm going to be drinking here tonight, so definitely going to be in the morning. We can go through and look at what's going on here. But this is I've made antler bows before, so it's just going to be trying to work out how the hell we get something working on the enchantment. Try and get that Kadir antler back to life. How many days since you killed this beast?
What has it been, like a week?
God, how long it has been? 4 or 5 days?
It's been, I don't know, it's day 17.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 days probably.
Okay, less than a week. That's good. It's still got some life in it. Okay, this is something I can work with. Okay. Yeah, but we got I've got weapons and armaments and God knows what else. If we wanna set up a little time to go through it all, I suppose.
Hey, one thing I have been wondering about.
I'm sure you have.
Do you have anything that would help me,
Shut up.
be quick with my fingers?
That sounds...
On the sneaky kind of tip?
Sounds fucking weird. Quick with your fingers?
Yeah, if I'm in front of a lock and I want to get in there quickly and, not be fucking around.
I mean, you could put some time in practice of being better at picking locks, I suppose.
Well, I've already done that, but shit, there must be things that save time magically as well.
I'm sure there are things that save time magically and make people's fingers nice and quick. But nothing springs to mind, unfortunately.
Oh, I thought you said you had interesting stuff.
You got anything that can maybe get me a spell slap back? Maybe use more spells and that shit.
You guys...
What's a spell slot?
We all want some powerful shit. How about you guys take some time, come up with a little list of whatever you want. The ballpark. I'll go away and see what I got.
I think I'm fine with the antler.
Lovely. Well, it's been fine meeting you all. If you need me, I'll be at the bar, and I shall see you, shall we say, bright and early in the morning?
I don't know. What's bright and early?
Bright and early in the morning. As he turns to leave.
You'll see me sometime in the morning.
I hope to never see him again. As he goes back to the bar, pats someone on the back as he goes back. Those Faywin, you'd have been slightly quieter in that. You'd have seen as people are moving around, and you now clock as well that someone came in almost directly after Gallon, but no one really paid any attention to, and then now stood at the bar, just holding a drink, kind of looking around, not really speaking or understand what's going on. You can just notice that there's a bit of apprehension about them. Seem to be a half-orc, female half-orc, slightly smaller than Grakar in size, but yeah, you can clearly see is a half-orc, and is wearing some darker earth and color toned robes, and had a larger robe that is kind of taken back, very Jedi style, taken back off her head now. You can see has some light armaments on, but nothing that looks too metallic.
In Von's head, I want to whistle. And then, going in his head's not going to get his attention. So keep these guys here. I just want to go and say hi to that person.
Okay.
And then I'd like to go to the bar
Mhm.
next to the old lady
Yep.
and sort of smile sweetly at her. So it's a bit busy in here, isn't it?
Wow. Oh, shit. I've got my fucking accents again. Hang on. Yes, it's a little bit crazy down here. I was traveling with Gallon and yeah, he said that the Red Hoods were about to help me, but I'm afraid I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do now I'm here. You are part of this organization?
Oh, I've just met Gallon. Actually,
Yes, he's
quite a character.
quite the character. Yes, he is. I met him on the road, and he said that he could help me get in touch with people that could help me on the travel. But yes.
What is it that you need help with?
She goes, "Oh, sorry, where are my manners? My name is Andril.
Sorry, what was that?
Andril, Undrill.
Andrea.
I am Andril. Yes, I am one of the. Well, I'm assuming it's okay to say, but I'm a member of the Druid sect, and I was looking for some help to travel. I was under the impression that the Borderlands would be easy to travel through, and I could purchase a horse or rent a horse and find my way across the Borderlands. But it seems that is not the case. Galan was very kind to point me in the right direction before too much went awry. But yes, I'm here to try and I'm here to find someone that can help me get across the Borderlands.
Oh yeah, the Borderlands could be a nightmare.
Yes.
What is it that you're looking for in the Druid? I'm here with some friends of mine. But what is it that you're?
I have to deliver. I have to deliver some of my research to my superiors, and yes, they are. Unfortunately, the way to access is via the Redvant on the opposite side of the river. I was sent from All Earth down to Redvant to find out some more information. But yes, now it is time for me to try and make my way across to get back.
Oh, a researcher.
Yeah, yes,
I pull out my diary.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I like to think of myself as a bit of a sage, a bit of a researcher.
I didn't know the Red Hoods had research.
Not necessarily for the Red Hood. I'm just I grew up loving to read and have a thirst for knowledge, so I'm always looking at trying to solve the world's mysteries.
This is, I mean, you are, and have you ever thought about working for the Druids? And there are many different sects depending on your area of expertise or your area of interest. We are always in need of good researchers.
Oh, I blush because someone finally appreciates my skill set. In Von's head, I whistle again, and just say, "She's an orc researcher looking for the Druid sect. I don't know if you want to speak to her. Don't come over. She seems a little bit anxious." And then to her, I just say, "Oh, yeah, I'm originally from All Earth, so I have a lot of really close Druid friends, and yeah, it's fascinating."
Yes, it's yeah. I mean, we are far from All Earth now. I personally like to be out of the town, to be out in less crowded places than this. And she kind of looks around again. But yeah, I go where I'm required.
Do you mind me asking what your research is about?
It's it's difficult. It's there's some goings on in the forest, and as Druids of the Earth sect, we are investigating, shall we say, what is happening within the border forest and surrounding areas. So, yes, it's just information that we have been told to corroborate. I was originally looking for somebody, but yes, the plan changed.
Oh, was there anyone in particular you were looking for? I met a fascinating druid in the forest called, I think his name was Doe. Out of character, I know his name wasn't, but I just his name was Doe or Dro. I can't quite remember. I have to look back at my notes, but was it someone in particular that you were supposed to see and then?
Well, there was one of the senior members of my sect actually who was he was leading on this research. So my job was to go and to find out what how he was getting on and what was going on. But no, Doe, I do not know. A Doe, but no. I have unfortunately been unable to find him, and have been then redirected to take what research I could pull from him and head back to Lake Morgana. And so you are a Red Hood? You work for this establishment?
A friend of the Red Hoods, I'd say. We, as I say, I'm from Orhath and recently set about an adventure, and this is where I seem to have ended up.
Yes.
I spent a lot of my childhood in the border forest. So
yes, I do love.
very different here as I look around at all the strange people getting drunk.
She's like, yes, it's a far cry. As kind of Viper comes up to approach you and is like, Fabian, this is Undril. Undril, we've got time to see you now. And she kind of pops the drink down that she's drank very little of and says to you, it's very nice to meet you, Fabian.
Oh, and you, Andriel. Hey, before you leave, come and see me.
Oh,
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Well, I'm hoping if the Redheads here are willing, that they will find me somewhere to stay and hopefully help me with my quest to move forward. So hopefully we'll be around a little longer.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't leave before saying goodbye.
Thank you, Fabian.
And then Hector just makes a little pour out of me.
She goes, oh, and as you realise, then when she goes to like give Hector a little poke, a little straight from her kind of seated on a bar position. See how big her hands are as a half orc, and then she gives him a little ruffle, but it's like 2 fingers is more than enough to cover the entirety of Hector's head. And then as she like kind of stands up from a half seated position, you realise that you're tall. She's a bit taller than you, but definitely wider, and you get the feel that as a half orc, she kind of tries to keep herself small until she starts to move, and you realise actually she's she's built. She passes off. Yeah, but she shouldn't be too much taller than you because you're lanky. But yeah, you once she stands up, you realise that she was kind of keeping herself.
She's big bone.
Yeah, and then when she stands up, you see that she's definitely large built. She follows off with Viper.
I telepathically tell Vaughn that as I'm walking back over to the table. Bit weird.
Sagan Exarmer says, hey, who's your friend?
She was Andriel. I can't keep rolling my arse this time of the day. She...
Wait, her name was Handrail?
Yeah, Handrail. We'll go with that, Saga. You'll forget it anyway. So, yeah, she's heading through the border forest. I'll tell you guys more when we go up to rest somewhere a little quieter.
Oh, not that fucking forest again.
I know.
There's a spa in there. Nice. Anything the rest of you would like to do in the pubs? Get general.
I would like to get up and try and find everyone because I haven't done anything for 30 minutes and I'm feel like I'm missing out, both in character and in game.
Yeah,
and
you
definitely
realise
not in
there's a
real life.
party going on. You realise as
Yeah,
you wake up,
basically.
you're like, oh, I've overslept. And they're all sat there drinking as you
My
make your
alarm
way to
didn't
the
go
night.
off.
Yeah,
Whereas Ager has decided he wants to go and lie down for a little while.
you pass in the street.
Oh, actually, if we do pass the street, can we pass the street?
You can pass in the like corridors of
Yeah, sure.
Saga, where you go? Where is everyone? What did I miss?
They're in the pub having a drink. I'm gonna lie down. I'm tired. You know, we got an early start. We fucked up a vampire. I could do with a rest.
Oh, you're not joining?
Well, I mean, I have been joining. I've been joining for ages while you've been asleep, so...
Oh, okay. Well, bye. And like kind of fast walk. I don't want to look like I'm running, but I'm like fast walking
Yeah,
to the
to catch
bar.
up. Nice. And this is probably the busiest it's been with Gallant's Arrival and some others in there, and there's obviously a few crews there backwards and forwards. There's a few different Red Hoods kind of I'm assuming it will be sat together at tables that kind of notice you and peer over to kind of almost like get a feel for your personality is the wrong word. Your approachableness as a group. And you sit down. If you saw this happening, what would your general group response be?
Ottar would want to put them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Otto knows a few of them at least. There's more accustomed.
He's
to
been
it.
here a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been working for him for a while, but he was like a runner rather than a stayer. So yeah, if you saw a few people that were just kind of like, other than there's a few of them having a chat and then looking over at you guys, it's I suppose then it's whether you want to speak to anybody else or don't.
I just want to join everyone else at the table. Just like, as I walk over, kind of yawn and stretch. I'm like, oh.
So they're staring at us.
Hmm?
Are they saying that these people?
Yeah, they're kind of like angling to come over and like have a conversation. You can see, but knowing the way that, and you would know this more than others, the way that a lot of them operate. Some people just don't want to speak to anyone on stuff, and other people want to chat about their jobs and what's going on. So it's just whether you would be approachable to people that were kind of looking over, or be a bit more like dismissive and keeping yourself to yourself.
I'll just shout over. Hey, you got something to say? Come and say it.
Fucking hell. And roll initiative.
I think every you see like.
I'm not saying it aggressively.
No.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
it,
you see people looking out, which is fine. One of the guy comes over, who I don't think anyone would have seen knocking about. You do recognise him, Otto. Actually, as he gets closer, you know a guy called they call him Rock, but his name's Rocker, Rokah, male human, and you know that he was around when you were working on the port cleanup job that he was there before. He comes over, he's like, all right, yeah, we were just we heard about the raids today. You guys are pretty fucking handy when it comes to certain things, and I've been looking to put together a little job that might need your help with if you guys are up for doing a bit more. So sometime soon.
Speak for myself, but generally open to ideas and all sorts. So it
Yeah.
depends on what the job is, I guess.
Well, it's an easy job. I mean, it's not going to break the bank in terms of getting you rich tomorrow, but easy bit of money for you. This group you've cleared out, we've had a couple of ins and outs and problems around the port and people coming in. The cloud port's been being hit on the way out. Some of the ships going in and out are being hit by a couple of I don't know what they are, these groups that are patrolling. We thought it was part of this group. I think it's fucking pirates.
Pirates?
Yeah, you know, they've had crews out. There's always crews everywhere taking stuff. They always usually stick to the high seas, but I'm pretty sure there's a fucking group that are hitting our ships coming out of Redvant. Problem is, they're hitting everyone now. So, yeah.
Any idea what these pirates are? They got a name?
Well,
ideas?
this is where you guys come in. I need a distraction for me to put the full file together. to present back, I need to get onto one of their ships. So I could really do with a decent distraction down by the docks to give me enough time to slip on board once they've got a ship on. They bring a transport ship in from one of their bigger ones. I know it's theirs because I've been watching it. Looks like a normal transport crew, but it definitely isn't. These fuckers are coming off armed to the teeth. So I'm trying to get a brave bunch who aren't afraid to cause a bit of a ruckus down by the cloud port, just to give me enough time to get on board and find some more information.
I've had a few dealing with pirates in my time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to be one myself one a long time ago.
Well, glad I don't speak. Pirates,
more than happy to have a barney with them. You know.
It's not going to be a big job for a crew of your capabilities, but I've been scoping it, and there's no way I'm getting on there without these guys looking the other way in a serious manner. Looking around here, not many people want to go toe-to-toe with a pirate. Bunch of horrible bastards, I hear. Looking at you, I can see why they think that. But yeah, if you can help me get
darkness and a fog cloud down, they'll shit the pants.
Surely pirates aren't scared of a bit of fog.
Well, the mystery of fog at sea, see, it brings out these brings out the what's the word? The worrisome in pirates of the of what's inside the fog.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care how you do it, as long as there's enough distraction that I can sneak my way on board, get a bit of information, and get the fuck out of Dodge. Hopefully then we'll find out exactly who or what is running this shit, and I can present a nice little case file back to the coven, get myself a nice little pay as well.
I'll have to put it to the group, but I'm certainly interested.
Yeah, if you are, because I've been struggling. Like I say, not many want to go toe-to-toe. I don't even think they're that bad, but I just can't get on without someone else giving me a helping hand. So yeah, think it over.
Will do.
He lifts his glass to yours to give you a little cheers.
Yeah, give him a cheers and down the tankard.
Yeah, he takes a sip and walks off. Nice.
So, who fancies fighting some pirates then?
I mean, I'm assuming I'm at the table by now.
Yeah.
Got my introductions and kind of the background while Otter was talking. Aren't we, we're the heroes of Redvant, basically. Don't you feel this is like a bit below our pay grade?
I mean, money's money, right?
Money is money.
You know.
So he just needs to get.
We scratch our backs, scratch ours at times. You know.
Does he just need to get on the boat? Did he say?
That's what he says. He needs to get on the boat, find some information. We just need to distract them.
Let me just check the range of fog cloud in my mind.
I mean, that could be you doing a dance with them, distracting them that way.
It's fine. Just get me within 120 foot. I'll put some fog down, and then we'll be good. Isn't that right, guys? And I look towards Bombad and Faven.
Fight some fog always goes down so well, Arthur.
Especially around boats.
I hear pirates are scared of fog. It's like their monster under their bed.
I think I'm scared of pirates. As I look at Otter.
Oh.
What's to be scared of?
I mean, did he even say how much he's going to pay us? I don't think he did.
No, but I mean, that could be negotiated before we do this.
He didn't look like he had much.
Well, look, I said I put it to the group. It's it's all up to you guys.
Then again, it is something to do. I mean, I've been in bed all day. I'm like, this could do with some exciting stuff. What did I miss, by the way? You guys are all gone. Zaga said he wanted to sleep and stuff. And I'm assuming everyone explains what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you more about L'Oreal when we're not in a pub.
L'Oreal, because you're worth it.
No, that was the name of the lady that gave me the conch, I think.
Yeah.
She was worth it.
Ooh. So, we'll have to ask Saga. I'm in. Screw it. I put my hand in the middle of the table.
What are you doing?
Go team. I put my
Right.
hand up slowly.
Right.
I mean, it's down by the port. I could, summon some more sharks. That'll distract them.
I think you can only do that after a long rest.
And I also think
Well,
it would only distract-
I don't mean we have to do it right now.
I also think it would only distract them if they were in the water or planning on going in the water.
Also, I think the sea is supposed to have sharks in it.
Yeah, but sharks that attack them. I mean, it doesn't have to be sharks. It could be an octopus.
Also supposed to be in the sea.
Well, obviously, I mean, it's a sea conch. Everything's come from the sea.
Yeah. How distracting is that for pirates if they see them every day?
Hey, pirates is the big octopus coming out of the sea. They're going to shit themselves. That's not to mention the seahorses. There's something about seahorses that really fucks with the pirate's mind.
This has got the makings of like we've had one.
At this point, I think I'm going to just slam my head on the table.
It's got the definite of like, which animals could you beat in a fight? Nah, man, you couldn't actually beat a bear in a fight, could you? It's got
It
the
does
kind of
feel like
thing
it's
about it.
bordering on fucking Monty Python.
Yeah.
It's
I like
it's
it.
Pokemon, right?
Yeah. What would be easier in a fight? One shark-sized seahorse or
Yeah,
1,000
exactly.
seahorse-sized...
It's nice to get a bit of light relief. Obviously, you've had a busy day, especially starting early, and then getting some bits done.
That's quite the question, Von.
Cool. So you can carry on having a few drinks. Let yourself get merry. You don't really have any plans other than seeing Gallant in the morning and then deciding what you want to do and who you want to follow up with. So I would say that's a good place to stop unless anyone's got anything they want to throw out before we go.
I'll just say before going to the next one, because I'll probably forget to say it at the start of the next one, that I'm going to keep an eye out for when Undriel comes back into the room.
Yeah.
Because I telepathically did tell him what was happening.
Yeah.
So
But I
you
just
didn't,
didn't
you
wanna-
didn't block him with the ring.
Yeah, and as you like with the telepathic of one, you knew that Fabian was going to go over and look anyway, so you would have probably just you would have looked at who she was talking to as they were going through the conversation. She walks off. You do recognise the at least the general garb of someone that is a druid of the Earth sect. They have a very earthal tones, no metal on their armors, keep themselves very... the best description is very Jedi-like, but the robes, there's no white within the robes, lots of browns and greens. But as you clock, piecing it together, you're like, that does look like someone who is from the Earthen sect, at least. As they kind of were whipped off. Nice. But have a think. So you have Gallant. He has, he is a traveling merchant, that he has some ability with magical items, as you've been told. So have a think about because there is instead of just having a shop list, it's just more about what you want to look at. Otherwise, there's fucking loads of things we could go through, and I don't really want to have to read out a list of everything that's there. So have a think about what you might want or things to look at, and then we can discuss that next week's session.
Yeah.
So we can start with a bit of magic items,
Are we Thursday next week?
Thursday next